Hello, everyone. I would normally say good evening, so that felt weird to say hello. And welcome to Action Pact Tales of Istoria, where heroes and villains are made. Thank you for tuning in to our normally weekly, and now currently in this episode, we're a 2-in-1 week live stream of our D&D game. So we were talking at the table at the last session and realized that we weren't going to be back for a couple weeks. And we kind of want to wrap up this, possibly this next part of the adventure, depending on how much we get through today. So we're here on Saturday streaming our game. We want to give, again, as per usual, a big thank you to Riot Games for letting us use their music. You can see the reason why we're able to do so in our About Us section. There's some legal jibber jabber in there. But if you're interested in using their content, their music for your own streams and everything, totally fine. Just include their legal jibber jabber in their thing, and then also put a little streaming thing like our little playlist in the bottom right corner. You can see what the titles are, the artists, that kind of thing. You're good to go. You should absolutely read their legal jibber jabber, though. This is by no means a full-on statement. So, anyway, that all being said, let's go to the full table. One thing you'll notice is that A, we're all here, but B, a couple of us are still eating. We had a good delivery from, not sponsored, City Coffee House and Creperie. They're really good. If you're
Sounds sponsored.
I know, right? Admittedly, anytime I have a D&D game where we do like a brunch thing, not on stream, but like our own little, one-shots and that kind of thing, we normally get crepes because they're really good. So if you're in the St. Louis area, again, not sponsored, but if you're in there, check them out. They're pretty good. They're downtown in Clayton. So sponsor us, please. That'd be great. Yeah. I will say this at every stream because I do believe in their product. But anyway, all right. That all said,
don't even have to pay us. Just send us some crepes.
Yeah, honestly, yeah. Just like crepe delivery, I would say once a month would be great.
Yeah. I would take that.
Yeah. Honestly, even just once a year. I'm not picky, but I don't want to sell myself short either, though, because grapes.
Really, just a coupon, even like.
Right? Yeah. Here's $5 off. Great, done, sold. All right.
Put your name in every show.
Yeah. So anyway, getting back to the actual rigmarole. So, quick recap from last week. Nothing really, again, as per usual, momentous happened.
Yeah.
Well, did you recap?
Everyone important is still around?
Yeah.
Ooh. I'm kidding.
The main character.
Harsh.
That is true. That is true.
Oh,
like,
man.
I don't like saying it, but I feel like I have to keep saying it, though. It's like we lost our favorite pet.
The Gorgon?
No.
No, our second favorite pet's still alive.
Gordon is an integral part of the team.
Yeah, Jorgen's been
How many
pulling his
hits
weight.
did he land?
He was really effective against the worm. He was very...
He was.
Yeah.
He tried.
That's all we can ask,
MVP
really.
of that fight, really.
Yeah. Comedic timing was really his thing.
It was very
For the morale
entertaining.
boost.
It was.
I feel better about
He's
myself.
enlightened now.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's high AF.
Mm-hmm.
So,
And
Did
can
you-
talk now, apparently,
Did you
because we
put-
heard him talk.
Move.
Moo.
did you purposely have the tail attack not hit one of us?
I rolled for it.
Oh, did you?
We did a high-low.
Yep.
It's fun.
And on that roll, I got a natural 1. So I was like, well, there's no lower than that. Had it hit Ward, he may have survived.
Yeah, maybe.
The question is, could he make the Constitution check? And I think he probably could have.
So, was a Constitution check? Would that have, if you failed that, would that have happened to you anyway? Or did it like poison you?
Oh no, there's no poison. It was a disintegrate. Yeah. So the stinger
Oh, like the
impales
equivalent
you,
spell.
and then the blast of magical energy rockets through you.
Okay. That's what I mean. I didn't know if that was just because. So the reason it hit August is because it was an auto fail because he was knocked down.
Correct. Yeah.
Okay.
I would say that if Ward had died, Rin would have embraced dark sorcery.
You
would
would have had a
been
good
like-
time doing that with your new friend Civis.
Yeah.
We can bring him back.
But admittedly, only through true resurrection or wish. 9th level magic only in the instance of disintegrate.
Yep.
Just
So
push the ashes together harder.
yeah, yeah. There's
Just
a
do it.
body here.
Do a Dracula Dead and Loving It. Just make a
Or-
smiley face in the ashes.
Yeah.
He's okay.
Or Rin has dust.
Excuse me.
That wouldn't work on
It
this.
wouldn't give him a new body. We couldn't make him a new body.
There's no body to regenerate.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now I'm
Reincarnate.
curious, what was the Constitution save?
A
Well,
million.
now that the worm has been slain, I'll freely share it. It was 19, I think.
Bro! Jesus. I'm real glad that thing didn't come anywhere near me. I
I mean,
wouldn't.
normally I'd be like, yeah, maybe I could do it, but with how shit I was rolling last week.
Oh yeah, true. But that's the thing. Like, it deals damage. If the damage, brings you to 0, that's when you have to worry about being disabled.
Mm-hmm.
Well, no, I
It
thought you
doesn't.
said if it hit you no matter what, you had to roll the Constitution check.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
But, like, the
You roll a
Constitution check,
but
is for the damage that's being dealt, the force damage that's being dealt. So, similar to how the disintegrate spell works in terms of the actual spell, you get first there's a spell attack, and then if it hits, there is a check involved to see how much damage you take.
Oh, okay. So if you fail the check, you just take more damage, not
Correct.
automatically. Okay.
It's what happens whenever
It
that
brings
damage
you to
reaches
0,
that like
yeah.
critical point. Like doesn't
Yeah.
bring you down.
I thought it was if you failed the Constitution check, you just died disintegrated,
No,
regardless of where
no.
you're at. And I was like, God damn.
Sorry, actually, I misspoke. The disintegrate spell works that way. This was the circumstances of this attack works that way. The spell is a attack roll, or I'm sorry, not an attack roll. It's just
Con
yeah,
save.
just a deck saving throw. That's
Oh,
it.
Dex.
Because
Oh,
this
that I can do.
well, that's good.
And
Yeah.
it's a spell, so I've got advantage.
Yeah, you don't have to worry about the disintegrate spell. It's a good thing that creatures I create don't have other means of basically recreating the disintegrate spell, but not having it be a spell and not necessarily making it a dex check.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just ways of circumventing it.
Right.
Once we either die or survive, I would like to come back or convince Mariviel to come here and put everyone to rest, like she did with the thing. Because I feel like those souls have been wandering around that town for a hot minute. They could probably use some sleep.
1 or 2 years maybe.
Just a few. Yeah.
which I feel like we're
Destroy them.
true. We are kind of, I think, diving back into it now at this point. So go ahead and
Oh.
set the mood as you are within the chamber, having completed another long rest.
Mm-hmm.
After taking the day to kind of dig out arduously through the rock, unfortunately, graves for the bodies of these warforged. Nope, I did not say that.
That would have been nice. I'm so excited for my next level in Blood Hunter.
Don't tell him that because he'll withhold.
I know.
Everybody
Just add one more episode that I was thinking before. One more session
Yeah.
to the counter.
Pure RP. Nothing gets done.
Right.
We
Tony?
argue about a wagon for an hour.
Oh yeah, yeah.
In the nighttime, we'll set up the
The dome.
tent, the dome, the
Tiny hut.
tiny hut. And then as the boys go to sleep, she'll sit and kind of look at Ward and turn over in her head, the path that Ward might be heading down, and
What's the vengeance?
is recognizing some of those feelings in herself as well. And then she'll look over at Vidir and Daruk and remember what it felt like when they died.
Derek hasn't died.
Daruk? Oh, Dorgit, sorry.
I'm
I
not
meant
the
to
only
say
one.
Dorgit, the other D.
Or root gearing.
Shit. I'm sorry.
I was like, when they died. I thought you meant like when you died.
I meant Dorgir, and I'm
It's not even a
sorry.
cow.
Look over at those two bulky minotaurs and what it was like for them to die, and seeing someone so strong like Dorgirin even fall, and thinking through the monumentous task that we've set ourselves up for here. And we're not even fighting the god, little g, or maybe big G. I don't know what it'll be if it's resurrected. But
Sorry.
and she'll take out the book that's always strapped to her side, and she'll look it over.
Ward is laying on the floor, fetal position, trying not to cry, crying really hard.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Leaking oil.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Start calling him Harley.
Sorry.
Or just crying.
Da-da-da-da.
I thought you pressed something. I was like,
No.
that's rude.
No, my
They're
phone
joyful
wasn't muted.
tears. Just like, I've never had a greater purpose.
Right. That's perfectly timed for an accident.
Yeah.
All thanks to Breadco and their ad.
Yeah,
Ah,
no,
nice.
Ward's actually just sitting there ready to like do his meditative power down, but like his thoughts are purely on like, I have a daughter. I have a daughter. I have a daughter.
You're a dad.
I'm my daddy.
Forehead.
And on a
Um,
serious note, is it have or had?
Had. Yeah.
Okay.
I had a daughter. Yeah. And then, yeah, that's the next thought. He's like, I had a daughter.
Mm.
He's not happy. He's having a hard time getting into shutdown mode because of it, but eventually he does get there. And I imagine that he's, even through his meditation shutdown thing, it's all he can really think about.
As you kind of process and wind down and kind of get to that, or try to anyway. You hear a voice in your mind, and it softly says, I'm sorry to do this now. This isn't a good time, but just know that though you don't know who I am, I'm sorry for what's happened here. We'll speak more later, but I'll leave you to your thoughts. It's good to finally talk.
Whoa. Ward's having dreams now too.
Right. Who thought it was possible? Machine dreams.
Only I'm allowed to talk in Ward's head.
Welcome to the voice.
Friend's oddly territorial.
Yeah.
And this was the same kind of like vocal resonance that you've heard from Rin in terms of like the echoey kind of
Gotcha.
mental space versus like the link that you had experienced before. August.
Okay.
Hey, get off my lawn.
All right.
So
So that short rest turned into a long rest, yeah?
yes,
Yeah.
yeah. As everyone decided, I think in the thereabouts in the last
Bib
session,
button.
uh, a long rest would be preferred, and also given the the amount of graves you're going to have to dig, that turn into this is gonna take some time to get through.
Perfectly usable holes already.
Right?
As
What?
Christian pointed, or no, that was you. You pointed that out.
I think everyone has agreed except you two.
Dumping the bodies in a hole.
Yeetus deletus.
Conjure a bulldozer.
It's called Mage Hand.
Have that.
Now I'm just imagining like the stupid hand that swings around on Jackass.
Oh right, that's more arcane hand, I think. Kind of the upgraded version at that point, right? Yeah.
Bigby's hand.
So, as everyone sleeps and rests.
Tonk's very good at digging, by the way.
Ah, right. Yeah, yeah.
Speeds that up.
Aren't we digging into stone though?
He could do it. He's got modifications. I shifted my eyebrows.
I was gonna say we're going into a Say we're going into a cyberpunk game now.
Yeah.
So,
We must replace all parts with cybernetic parts.
right.
Become machine.
You'll be
What was
should have a
the,
Victor in here.
the Warhammer quote from the Adeptus Mechanicus?
Yeah.
He's like,
Oh,
from the
right.
moment.
Which is weird.
So, as everyone sleeps and rests, you do complete long rest. Find yourself in that area. Once again, waking up beneath the pleasant kind of atmosphere of the tiny
Anything change outside of our tiny hut?
hut. As you look through it, no, nothing's changed.
Is the body actually still there for once?
The giant core of the worm
Yes.
That has been
remains.
descaled.
Yeah.
Well, just because I mean, last time the spiders and stuff were all gone.
Nobody retconned our fight.
Huh?
Nobody retconned our fight.
All right. Well, my thought process. We've come this far. I can't see any point in turning around now. Or just make all of this pointless.
Well, there's one point. Living is a point one could make.
That's giving up.
Man.
Let's go.
Every time.
What?
Like something I didn't mean to. Give me a second. I always do this. I mean to like hide something that I had previously shown, and then I always click the wrong damn thing. So,
Way to go, Tony.
yeah, thanks. So as you continue along and see the Doric structure in front of you, Medusias' lair itself.
Oh, it is in this room. Okay.
Is.
Dun, dun.
Are we seeing any more evidence of? I think there was like a giant doors coming into this section, but is there any more evidence of well, what I would assume to be dragon marks, like claws or
Here be
breath,
dragons.
signs of breaths or claw marks?
So, walking up to the structure, you see that there are some claw marks that do extend to where those front kind of steps lead upward into what you can see is a fairly large room. But after those claw marks are on the ground, you don't see any on the stone. Like the stone, the actual building itself.
He didn't like tag it. Kyvareth was a WZ here X.
Make a perception check. You look around.
It's written in Draconic, actually.
Right.
I can read that
Uh,
for some reason.
13 or 18.
Good reason.
13? Don't see
No,
any.
no, hold on. Sorry, I wasn't sure
On
if
the
I
dice,
rolled
gotcha.
a 13 or an 18. There's a 13, so 24.
You don't see any sort of markings. In fact, that's something that you notice is that the claw marks have been ever present. You know, be it through the tunnel, some on the ground as they kind of approached, but they're not here. You don't see any visible signs of damage on the building itself at all. No kind of thermal scorching, or acidic residue. Nothing. It looks like it was untouched. Mm-hmm.
They never made it this far.
Oh, it's just some on the ground leading up to it, though.
Or did he fight his way here and then she just let him in? Like, what?
Oh, you're just here for tea? Come on in.
Those
Maybe the worm ate it.
the McVitie's biscuits.
Yeah.
Man, that
For
worm
some
was
tea
pretty
and
big. Could
McVitie's.
probably eat a dragon. And since this all happened like last week, you know.
Right.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, are the doors closed? I'm assuming. Is it like doors, a set of doors, or?
So, as you look at the kind of entryway, you see the wide set of stairs that lead upward, and there is a doorway, but no set of doors. It's a pretty sizable doorway, though, 20 by 20 in terms of the opening, with some snake and spider iconography bordering around the frame.
Of course.
Any words at all, or?
No words.
How big was this Medusias? Because like all these doors have been pretty big.
Right. Or did this exist before her?
Well,
Or something bigger than her?
what do Ren and I recall from our vision where we saw Medusias greet us?
So you remember it being on stone, but like rock, dirt. Well, not.
No. What do we call of recall of Medusias?
Oh,
'Cause I
size-wise.
woke up and a step forward and like
She was
She was
shorter than you.
there. Like human sized.
Yeah, about the same size as Rin.
So she was definitely like 10 feet tall.
she just likes big doors.
I like big doors and I cannot lie.
But the movers
Ah,
That's 1017.
the note takers be note taken.
Mm.
One moment, please.
1024.
Just explorations. So,
Sometimes I do feel like that TikTok.
That one that we just shared with each other. Yeah.
Guys, and your
The note
right.
taker in the
Cox.
DM.
yeah.
Yeah.
hmm
No,
You know,
I don't. I know nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing.
You know.
Nothing going on.
How do you spell that?
Yeah. So you see this open doorway in front of you, and a very tall ceiling in the room. You can clearly see it goes up pretty much right to like the doorway itself. The frame fits almost exactly to where that ceiling ends.
Or will say, there are many paths in life, but there is only one direction, and they'll start walking forward.
That's
One
Dragon
direction.
Follow.
Of course, I thought that was a reference there.
It took me a second. I was like, why did he just sing a tune?
I don't know why you in such a big time rush.
Right. Oh my goodness.
So, as you walk in, I'm gonna go ahead and display this here.
So we came in by the big symbol-y thing.
Yep.
Who would have thought?
Where's the
Let me pull up. Hang on a second. Change the table cams. Zoomed in. A little bit more than I wanted to be. Oh no. Camera's having a bad day with the harsh, bright, and darkness in the center of this.
Who said I was not keen on
Okay, well, we'll go back to just full take. Oh, can I go down? Can I make it better?
But
Nope.
Moonstone, which
Okay,
which
we'll-
is
we'll-
which
I'll
is
reveal
higher,
the table to
listening
the,
her?
stream
Moonstone.
Later, once we have a bit more revealed on our table.
I do this for
Right.
So,
Right.
walking into this area, you see, actually, Ward, you feel a slight vibration as you pass through the threshold of the door frame itself, or the doorway,
Is it lasting or is it momentarily?
momentarily.
Are we clean now?
As
Is it reminiscent of a worm
Prestidigitation.
or of a warboard, warforged,
nothing of that sort,
Worcestershire, Werther's worm?
Wash your sister, boy.
Yeah. No, it's a slight
Wash your
vibration
sister.
that lasts all of a second.
It's a funny way to pronounce.
Okay.
Worcestershire.
And as
Not
you
even- Not even gonna pay attention to it. I'm gonna keep walking forward.
Gotcha. As you walk in, there are elaborate and well-kept rugs that lead directly to the center of the room and then extend to the right to a second 10 by 10 doorway that are, you can tell are heavy wooden doors that make a 10 by 10 space. Benches line the outer walls and some storage trunks can be found. And a few cupboards along the western wall.
Would like to cast Detect Magic.
You cast it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. As you cast it, your eyes light up, and you briefly kind of get a glimpse of what seems to be some similar ambient magic within the air. But you also do detect there's a barrier that Ward walked through. Assuming you may have gone through it yourself as well, you see it takes up that 20 by 20 doorway.
What kind of magic is it just like a protective or?
It's abjuration would be the school.
Okay.
But we were able to walk through it, all of us, or
Or is there any meaning behind the rugs? Symbology, language.
Um, nothing that you see. They're just stitched in a nice elaborate design.
I didn't know if the design meant anything.
They just really tie the room together.
Okay. And so there's just the one set of doors there on the right.
Correct.
There's no magic coming from any of the like chests or anything. Like if I opened it, it wouldn't spring a magical trap.
Or those
Um,
chests.
As you look around, you don't see any sort of other signs of magic outside of the kind of the ambient one that's within the air, and then the barrier at the doorway.
Okay. There's some magic on the door that we just passed through. But it's like abjuration, like warding. We made it through that okay. I don't think it's gonna hurt us. Doesn't look like there's any magic on the chests, but if you go poking around in them, please, check for physical traps first. But at least none of them are hopefully a mimic.
I'll check one for traps.
Okay. Go ahead and make a sleight of hand check.
17.
17. You go to one of them and you see there is a lock on it. But looking around, you don't see that there are necessarily any sort of signs of traps on these. Sure.
Same check.
Yep. 12. So you kind of fumble with the lock for a little bit. You don't appear to actually trigger any sort of locking mechanism or unlocking mechanism for that matter.
So it's not locked, or it is?
You're not sure.
Just pull on the lock.
I'm just gonna walk up while he's fiddling. I'm just gonna try and open it.
Yeah, you just open it up.
I was practicing. I don't get to do this very often.
He actually locked it
I was saying,
instead.
you unlocked it for him, right?
Yeah.
That's how that worked. That's what just happened.
Definitely. That's exactly how that
Mm.
worked.
Yes. Uh-huh.
You're lucky I'm here.
Mm-hmm.
What was that for?
You're lucky I'm here.
Oh.
So as you open up the chest and have this brief exchange, blowing off Vidir's mentioning of you being lucky he's there, you look inside the chest and find that there are some really nice linens inside. Pretty well made. They look like they're probably some sort of either spare clothing or something. But they're pretty nice. You kind of hold it in your hand.
Like, is it an actual garment or is it just cloth?
It's a cloth garment.
Like,
So, as this is all happening, I'm
It looks
walking
very fine
walking
pajamas.
by,
Yeah,
because
it's
I'm
like
just
a-
continuing on. But I will take a glance at the garment that he's holding.
Okay.
What does it look like?
So it's a kind of green tunic, long stretch though, where it goes probably past the waist for sure, but probably about like mid knee. There's some really nice kind of gold, like kind of runners that go down the sides of it, and there's some really nice stitching in it
Does it look familiar to me?
too. Make a history check at advantage.
I'm gonna put it on.
I was just about to say,
First
his clothes are
one's
looking a little ratty. You should probably try
19.
this on.
I think my armor.
Say 28.
28. Purely elven. It looks like it's probably it's not from anything that you recognize in intimacy, but it is something that you recognize in kind of like the designs and the stitching kind of stylistic fashion to it.
So like it might have been from the people of my previous culture.
Probably not, but it has that sort of elven design to it.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna let everybody else do their turns, but I'm assuming all the things are going off at once, but I'm walking by to the next door.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah.
Where's my camera?
The
I'm
what?
just gonna try it on for fun.
Okay.
Dad, what?
Do I look regal and elven?
Slip it on. It's honestly hard fit over your armor. You're struggling with it. It's kind of like over your head.
No, I don't want to rip it.
Hard
Oh,
fit
yeah.
over your cloak. Don't forget your cloak.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I do imagine that you just put it on over top of the cloak and the armor, and we just.
That's the thing.
Have you never dressed yourself before?
Did you
I didn't want to get undressed.
It's like a
right?
slim fitting tunic, so getting it over
You
all
could,
this
like,
is
pack
not gonna probably happen.
in
Wanted
your
to see what it looked like.
bag?
All right.
Kind of like
Does it-
bunched up.
Do I look regal now?
You look,
As
like,
it's just bulky and budget.
you look like a child that doesn't know how clothes work.
I'm an adult.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah,
Definitely a child now.
That's fine.
I think there's like one cup that should be in
I'm
there.
gonna take it off and fold it up and put it in my bag.
Okay.
Now I have a regal elven outfit to be regal.
Put it back though.
Huh?
You put it back.
In my pack.
Oh, okay.
In my pack. Yeah.
Do we want to open the rest of the chests and see if there's anything of interest?
Yes, I will immediately open the next chest.
Not check it for traps or.
Nope.
Nope, he just opens it.
All is clear now.
Yeah, you flip it open and similar design,
It's a
different
mimic.
colors though. This actually has a purple coloring to it with this kind of silvery kind of inlay instead.
Is it
And
for a dude or a girl?
Hmm?
Is it for a dude or a girl?
Tunic.
They're unisex.
And he goes, "Oh, pretty."
Oh, hey, I was gonna say that was your color.
Not gonna lie, Tony. I was hoping you'd say, "Oh, all the rest of them are locked."
I know.
Thought about it, but I was like, nah, they wouldn't be. They're just
Thank
spares.
you.
True.
Don't forget, you gotta you have to change. You can't just put it over what you're wearing.
Rin like starts lifting it over her head.
Surrounded by children. Nobody knows how clothes work.
Something tells me none of these are gonna fit any of the rest of us.
What are you trying to say?
We are a little larger than them.
So all this is just like clothes.
Don't be sad.
Not like clothes and stuff. It's
Yeah.
just clothes.
And just
At
one.
least as far as you,
Clothes? These are not
far as you found.
clothes.
There's no signs on
Somebody
the wall or
spent
anything.
So much time on these.
now that you mention it, go ahead and make a perception check.
All right.
That is unnecessary.
Turn it into a bandana.
That feels sacrilegious.
13.
13. So,
Just
As you
rip
look
it and
around
use it
at
as a
the walls,
loincloth.
Making one a bandana.
you see
nice
what are
little
like they're not paintings. They're more of that kind of carved inlay in stonework.
Mhm.
So
They're kind of like
Blanket
busts,
design.
but they're carved into like the
Yes.
groove.
right. And along the southern wall, so the one with the benches that are on it, you see this giant picture of Medusias, as best as you can kind of discern her herself. And she has actually no mask on. She has those kind of elven features that you kind of would imagine that kind of face to have. High angles,
Mhm.
pointed nose. And you do see that her snake-like hair is kind of pulled back, as opposed to kind of like flowing freely. Kind of.
How tall is that picture?
It's a good 10 by 10. It's pretty. It's noticeable. But with one other detail you get is that there are, outside of seeing this kind of display of herself, you do see that there are also about 4 different holes, one at each corner, that are about 3 or 4 inches in diameter each. But they're at the tops of the walls, right next to the ceiling. Still on the same walls that you're in. They're not actually in the ceiling, but they're
Right. They're like here.
right, exactly. Almost like where rosettes would be, but just if they were tucked in the corner.
Hmm.
And they look similar to a rosette in the sense that they have a kind of square fashion with a circular design in it, but a hole in the center.
A weird place for a glory hole, but okay.
She's tall, man. She's like massive, right?
Maybe it's a
These
rand.
doors.
Sorry.
Okay.
There's a hole in the wall.
Yeah.
I was gonna suggest drawing a mustache on the painting, but
Oh. That would be funny.
Groucho Marx.
yeah, yeah,
Oh, that would be funny.
maybe the little swingy.
Yeah.
Van Dyke beard.
Yeah,
Yeah. Little horns.
So you kind of took that in.
Yeah. Sorry.
And then- You're good.
I'm my brain was split. I was
Yeah.
imagining the shit they were saying, and then I was also thinking about the holes. Like, what could those be for? But then
Which we
these
already
guys-
know.
Sorry.
So fuck around and find out.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
We're definitely trending towards find out.
Yeah.
You say
Although-
your name, and when you hear it, you want to play.
Yeah.
It is a hole though, so wouldn't you be fucking a round?
Oh,
around, I get it,
yes.
Give myself inspiration for
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Um, so
That was pretty good.
as you head to the set of doors, then
Right.
you walk over to them and you turn the knob, and they open up freely.
Are these doors any different from the doors we first entered? Are they regular doors? Are they also...
So there was only a doorway when you first walked into this building.
Oh, okay.
No actual doors. These are heavy wooden doors that look very well made. They are, best as you can tell, probably some sort of like mahogany. But they have a certain kind of craftsmanship to them that does say that they're made obviously by a skilled craftsman, but also slightly defensive in nature too.
Hmm.
Like they're
Okay.
very sturdy.
Yeah.
Is there any like graphics or reliefs or
Yeah, that's kind of
words?
what I was getting at. Like the previous doors were very, graphic, and these
Right.
are
These ones are not. These ones are just
doors,
standard.
but nicely made doors.
Yes, very sturdy.
Okay. Yeah, and sturdy. Like they're not just kitchen doors. They're almost like doors that could be barricaded in
This is
a
your front
need.
door.
Right. This
You have a universal door knocker.
there you go. the Moonstone Mall.
First question: is there any like claw marks or anything on that door before we go into it?
They're not. No.
No. And does the construction of those doors look like it matches, the rest of the building? I guess. Like, can we tell if it was maybe made significantly later than the rest of the structure?
Oh, I see. Make I'd say intelligence check on this.
What are you?
It could be
Not
history. That's the thing. It's more like a craftsman check.
Yeah.
Right.
So this would be more. What are your tool proficiencies?
I don't know if I even have any besides
The banjo.
disguise kit and the loot.
Okay, so
the banjo.
just intelligence then.
Okay,
No
16.
proficiency bonus. 16. It's hard to say, but they don't look like they were made at a different time than one another, significantly
Okay.
or anything.
Do you guys think that Kyvereth can get into his human form if Plasma's still in the other place? Or do you think he's stuck in dragon form? Because, like, Ashara can toggle between human form and dragon form, but she's got her soul intact.
She got that drag fear.
Would you even want
I
to
don't know.
Well, I mean, if he didn't want to tear up the castle that he's going to be sitting in, maybe.
Yeah, I don't know.
Or if he wanted to come in for tea. You know.
I'm really kind of hoping he's not still here. Like maybe he did whatever he had to do here and then left, but we may not be that lucky.
But I mean, if he came here, this is a pretty cush sitting spot. And dragons do like sitting spots.
Well, yeah, I thought we were under the assumption that he came here to roost.
Yeah.
But then again,
Maybe
evidence kind of points to where maybe he's not still around because the worm was still patrolling.
Yeah,
You
could
know.
be.
Maybe the worm ate him.
Maybe the worm ate him. I don't know. I feel like it would have had
We
like
should have cut it open and seen if there were any bones inside.
He
Scales.
cut it open.
Yeah, it was
there
just
was
all
dust
gems.
inside.
There was a lot of precious dust in there.
You had a good look on the inside, yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
It's
It was
hot.
pretty spatial. You know, it's pretty spacey in there.
Yeah.
Uh, I don't
But yeah.
know. I think it's weird that there were claw marks
Also-
in this area, but
Damage.
then no claw marks.
Actually, this is kind of a thing because we're in a cave. We're underground. Is
Yes.
this place lit up?
It is, yes. So there are torches within the actual kind of the building that you've walked into. There are some torches on the outside too. Fewer in number, but the ones that are in here give off that kind of dull yellowish glowing light. And thank you for mentioning that because I forgot to mention that earlier too.
No, I mean,
I have light sources.
You do.
What if most of the defenses here automated, so
Which?
maybe
As you walked in, the torches lit.
oh,
Ah.
okay. Most of the defenses here are automated, so what if he didn't come with ill intent toward Medusias and just had to fight his way in and just wanted to talk to her?
It could be.
What
I
if they
didn't-
struck a bargain?
Right, that's kind of what I'm.
They may have struck a deal, but also it does. I don't get the impression that his thinking brain is the part that's out in our world. It's the more like instinctual reacting rage brain.
It wasn't so much his intellect; it was his good and evil sides. Evil can still.
Yeah. Plasma was
mean-
his compassion, wasn't
Yeah.
he?
Yeah, it's more of his like good intention.
So he'd still have his intelligence.
I mean, I'm not saying that he wouldn't have intelligence.
He just strolled
I'm
in
just
there.
saying that like he might smash first, ask questions later type
He's like,
reactionary thing versus like, you know,
Smooth.
smash.
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 Smash. Never pass, always smash.
Yeah, smash.
So,
Smash.
so as you opened up that
Right.
those heavy
I
set of doors,
just double.
you find yourself in a hallway, one that leads forward, small little ways, but there's.
Did they open smoothly?
They do, yes.
Okay.
Well made.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now,
So,
do the torches in this next room, are they already lit or are they lit as we open the door?
as Ward opens up the doors,
Okay.
Make
and-
it cool though. Make him go up. All the way down.
Sure.
Yeah, style. Rule of cool,
Uh,
baby.
There's no door there.
yes, the hallway ends in another door. I'm trying not to extend too far, so it may not be visible.
Okay.
But
No, you're
Okay,
good.
well I'm walking.
so, as you walk, there's a black runner rug. Not quite as elaborate as the first set you saw before, but there's one in this space to kind of provide a little bit of easier walking.
I say
you see-
Tonk first. No, just
Okay.
wait.
And as you look to
Poor
the
little guy.
western and eastern walls, you find another single door, similarly made as the one that you just passed through, but not necessarily quite as sturdy, but a single one on each side.
Hmm.
I'm gonna go to the door on the right. Open it.
Okay. As you do so, it is unlocked, and you find yourself in what you can best make out to be a guest room.
That's kind of what I thought.
Decorated in purple sheets with an elaborate purple and brown rug sitting on the floor, there's a large bookshelf between two king beds and small end tables next to both of them.
I'm gonna go check the bookshelf real quick and just do like a bit of a quick look, see if there's anything particularly interesting.
Okay,
Yeah,
make an
boys,
investigation or
books.
perception check.
The loneliest person
investigation
in
or
Astoria
perception?
has a guest room.
Is it 22?
22. You kind of thumb through everything within the bookshelf, and it's kind of one of those more like cabinet bookshelves. So there's some small storage space beneath it, but the top shelf is all books. And you quickly kind of thumb through them and look through the different books that are there. You see that there are both nonfiction and fiction works, none of which you recognize, but also they don't really appear to be anything of particular interest. They're more, as best you can tell, probably something of light reading.
Yeah.
And as you open up the bottom of the cabinets, you find linens actually made for the beds, though. So these are more like sheets and things.
Are all the books in common, or what language are the books in?
You find a different smattering. Most of them are in common. The majority, I should say, are in common. But you do
Okay.
find a couple that are written in different languages, Draconic being one of them.
Okay. Nothing.
I'm not looking at your shit.
Oh, no, I just-
Scratching my ankle.
I thought you were leaning over to like say something. So
Just staring off.
What are you doing?
I'm getting all the secrets.
That's
Oh,
cool.
sorry.
I was
They're all
just.
good.
I'm just gonna shrug and walk back out, and
Is that where the magic happens?
Should have tossed it like a prison cell.
Did you check under the bed?
All
That's
right,
where I hide my stuff.
that's where I would have
Where's
did.
the trigger?
are there any loose floorboards?
As you look around, you can't find
Bricks.
any. In fact, that's one thing you notice. When you walk on these, nothing creaks at all.
Watch the whole.
It's just sat on top of stones.
I'm just gonna walk out, shrug, and walk directly across the hall and open the next.
So there's only these two doors on the left and right. There's no one. There's not a door forward.
No, he said
There's
there's
a
one
door.
at the end.
Okay, yeah, that's the one I'm heading to.
That's-
If nobody stops me,
do you know where you're going?
I'm just moving forward until I
sad for
find
a
what
moment.
You find the mirror image of the room you just were in. However, the
I will stop.
coloring is in green.
Oh, it matches my new tunic. I'm not even gonna bother going in.
Oh, you get the theme? Spiders and snakes. What's the
That's not quite flipping too much.
what's the
Come back.
it's like the Jets and the what?
What? Benny?
No, not Benny and the Jets. God. The gangs.
I don't know.
From West Side Story.
Oh, the Sharks and the Jets.
Sharks and the Jets. Yeah.
So there's nothing of any, and like nothing notably different.
No.
Okay. All right, let's go ahead and start following him as he goes to the next door.
So, as you go to the next door, you find another set that is similar to the one you just walked through. However, this one does have some sort of imagery carved into it. This one has what looks like some plates, some cups, what looks like a spread of food, all of this carved within the doors themselves.
It's like an Olive Garden. I think we made it to the feeding hall. Never ending pasta bowl.
Evil.
Right.
Oh.
Olive Garden.
Olive Garden's delicious. Endless
Olive
salad and
Garden
breadsticks.
Is like the corpo of the food industry.
I know, but the salad and breadsticks are delicious.
I don't know. I hear Vin Diesel's a big fan of it.
Really?
Family.
Oh,
Damn it.
amazing.
that was well played.
Oh,
Thank you.
wow.
That one deserves a reroll.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
You get a reroll.
Maybe.
And you get a reroll.
So, as you open up these doors, you find yourself within a well-stocked and spotless kitchen. As you enter the room, two fireplaces with heavy cauldrons hanging inside instantly light up, and a large stove and oven sits along the western wall, as does a stone fire kiln. Closer to the, well, this would be also on the western side, but closer to the southern side. As you enter in, you see again two runner rugs, and to your right, directly in front of you, to your right, you see a pair of tables with meals currently sitting, fitting approximately 8 individuals at the ready. Cupboards and glass doors rest along the outer wall, stocked with tableware and food provisions, as do 2 kegs in the corner. Along the northern wall is another pair of heavy doors with a floor-to-ceiling wine rack, many spaces of which are empty, but many others are still full.
What do we gotta do to get a reservation at this place?
I think we already do have one.
Is the food still warm?
Is
As
it-
you look over towards it and kind of just hold your hand out, yeah, actually it is.
It's like
there are-
fresh.
Ham haunches, turkeys, like full-on turkeys, roasted with the legs ready to be plucked. Pumpkins, large loaves of bread, fresh fruit, and some also small desserts, little tarts.
Now, did you say there was seating for 8, or were there 8 people sitting there?
Seating for 8, and a
Okay.
meal befitting of 8 individuals.
I'm gonna go grab a turkey leg and start wandering around eating it.
Okay. You rip one off a turkey and just start chomping on it.
Does it regenerate on
Tastes really
turkey?
good.
It's not whack.
Oh, it's so warm.
Aw.
Does
So
it regenerate on
disappointed.
the turkey? It's like he rips it off and then just grows back.
As you look, no regeneration of the meal. No.
Has it been 10 minutes since we walked in?
I'd say so.
Okay.
Where's the keg robot?
God, is there a keg of ale somewhere?
You do see 2 kegs in the corner, but you do not see any sort of automatons within the area.
Oh man, what happened?
I don't know what you're talking
Out
about.
of character knowledge.
Yeah, okay. I was like, wait a second.
I
has
don't
he
know what
been
you're
here
talking
before?
about.
It's like 60 years have passed.
All right.
It was in the boar worm.
Just kind of standing there like Bugs Bunny with his carrot.
Mm.
What's up, guys?
Yeah.
What's in the kegs?
So you walk over to him?
Yeah.
Okay. You turn the spigot on one of them. You just see ale start pouring out.
Oh yeah, baby.
You go to the other one, start turning its spigot to, and mead.
I haven't even been here like a minute. You're already making a mess.
I'm gonna pour a mug of each.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna pick the kegs up and put them in my bag of holding.
Okay. As you go to try and lift up one of the kegs, it actually is currently anchored to the ground.
That can be undone.
Why don't we come back for these?
And they're sizable kegs too, so they may not exactly fit within the bag of holdings opening.
Just pours it in.
So-
I want ale.
How's Gordon doing on these cobblestone floors?
Oh, you hear the clomp, clomp, clomp. Like it's heavy. Although, you do hear the creaking of the floorboards beneath the weight of Gordon. Assuming Gordon's walking with you.
Yeah,
Okay.
Gordon's part of the group.
I didn't vote for him.
He's a good
Ren
boy.
will walk over to the table. She's just curious.
Get outside.
And she'll look at what's on the table. Is there cherry cordial on the table? Which is Ren's favorite dessert.
When you look, you don't see any, no.
Okay. So it doesn't seem to be catered to us specifically. So whoever set this doesn't have knowledge of us individually, but it is a meal set.
That's a good little investigative thing you just did there. I see you. I see you, Emily. And he's just eating somebody's meal like, I don't give a shit. This is
Yeah.
my chicken. My
He's
turkey.
pouring meat on the floor.
I said I pour them into cups.
Yeah, you poured. No, you didn't actually. You just said you
Okay.
want to see what's in them.
Well, I just pour. Okay, I stuck my mouth under each of them and just poured it.
That's good.
You could have poured a bit just to see what each one was, and
Right.
then okay,
There's probably
Straight
catching
in the mouth.
troughs underneath it.
okay.
All right. Is there a door? I'm assuming.
There is one on the far
And
wall.
I'm heading towards it.
Yeah, you're like I can't do anything with this stuff.
I'm just gonna finish the leg and just chuck it over my shoulder.
Onto the floor.
I'm gonna take one of the
So rude.
Just
and the two mugs.
Okay.
Ren will
And
walk
another word
behind
comes out of your
Rainier,
mouth.
pick up the leg, and put it on a plate.
I'm gonna have to eat every chicken in this place.
fucking chickens. All right.
Chicken chase.
So
I was
as you
just
pass through the next set of doors,
Poor house elves.
you see a large room lit by cool white torches instead of the yellowish glow that you'd seen before. Yes.
Did those doors have any kind of emblem onto them?
The ones that you're walking
Signage.
into,
Yeah, the ones we're in the dining hall.
you saw the same iconography actually.
Okay,
Same
the
kind of.
food, the
Yep.
Olive Garden symbol. Okay.
Um, So- as you walk in, this room also stone, and as you begin to walk in, stone walls you see once again, but you actually hear the echoing as you walk onto stone itself too. This room lit by cool white glowing torches rather than the yellow ones you had seen before. It has a certain air to it that is more workshoppy. As you look to your left, you see a massive fireplace, cold, sitting along the western wall. And between yourselves and that fireplace, large work tables. But even more so than any of these other details you've seen, there's a very large tree growing through what is approximately the center of the room. The roots piercing through the stone floor have burrowed beneath. It's similar to, if you're familiar with it, a banyan tree, as the branches and roots grow almost together in column-like structures, kind of outward, as though many trees had grown together upward.
Oh,
It's a what kind of tree?
Something like a banyan tree. Banyan real-world trees, they have like these column-like structures that grow upward.
Oh,
They're gonna do the same thing.
interesting.
This particular one is dissimilar from any tree you've seen absolutely recently, possibly ever. The branches, as they grow upward, bear unusual green bulbous pods, and the columns that grow into these branches stretch upward into the ceiling as they begin sprawling outward, searching likely for sunlight that cannot be found.
Are the pods looking like, well, I guess seed pods? Are they more seed pod or more fruit?
1 second.
Oh, sorry. I thought-
The last thing you notice, not only in terms of auditory, but also a slight hum that you can feel in vibration. There's a pulse, a cyclical one, that can be heard and even felt, with a source originating likely from the tree. So, question.
Yeah, those green potty things. Are they more fruit or like seed pod?
You're not certain.
Well, how
You want to make a nature check, you can kind of try and discern that.
apple size, football size.
about how big?
Football sized.
because I legitimately like Fey or Fiend.
Um,
Undead.
Right.
That too, I guess.
yeah. Make a check. You don't think this would be either of any of those.
Well, no, because I'm saying like it being nature, I get the
Right.
whole advantage
No,
thing.
I know.
So okay. 9. I don't know what the fuck they are.
So something strange, to be sure.
Yep.
In your neighborhood.
That is
So-
enough to have the map be revealed without freaking the camera out.
Woo!
Yay! Now stream
So
follow.
like normally Ward would stop and investigate, take a sketch, things like that, but trees aren't going to give him answers. So he's not stopping.
Is there
He's-
anything interesting on the workbenches? Any items like other than tools?
So you do find the tools. You also find
Yeah.
a
Ward would be interested in those tools as well normally, but not right now.
gotcha.
Damn.
You find a sword. And you find also some
He just
what looks like kind of like a metal plate. Doesn't look like it. Like there are rivets in it, but it doesn't. It's
Still being
necessarily done
crafted.
with- right.
Is it just a basic sword? Nothing special.
I mean, it's made very well. But yeah, it's a long sword.
Pick it up and put it through some spinnies.
So it's not really made necessarily for finesse, as you kind of swing it a bit. That's not really kind of the sword you would prefer, but it does look very well made.
I want to walk up to the tree and touch it.
As you do, you can actually, as you touch the kind of trunk, you can feel that pulse, that vibration, that hum, like actually through your arm. It's
You said it had
Is
like
it-
pods on it?
there are pods growing from the branches that extend upward into the ceiling, which to provide context. The ceiling also stretches the full length of the building, much the same that entryway did. So it goes up to about 25-ish feet. So very tall.
Is there one within reach that we can grab?
Not within yours, no. The branches are so to paint the picture a bit more. So you see the trunk that's on the map, the top of the tree itself stretch upward into the ceiling, and that's where it branches out. So you're looking at probably 20 feet, or probably about 20 feet where the lowest hanging pods might be.
There's not open ceiling that it appears to grow into.
There is not. It grew into the ceiling and then began stretching out.
Take Dorgan's hand. Put it on board. Hold him there. Since I've been holding him.
He's holding me by my backpack.
Mm. Okay.
Like
Oh.
the kid that keeps trying to go somewhere, you're just like, stop.
Which I,
I don't know. You
I
want
had
me
to
to
do
climb the
that
tree and get one?
recently.
I was gonna do that. I can give you boost.
I mean, I climb really well.
Do the fastball special.
Ready?
Okay.
Oh.
So make a. So what are you doing again? You're throwing.
I'm gently tossing him up to go get one of the.
Like,
Okay. Make a strength check. And you're going to make an acrobatics check
Feline
when
agility.
you fall.
You want strength or athletics?
Strength. Well, hang on.
Athletics is pushing,
Right,
pulling,
running.
shoving, and
Well, right.
lifting.
Right.
He's doing
but-
this whole number.
Well, that's the thing. Strength is pushing, climbing, that kind of thing. Athletics is like more running, like an endurance check kind of thing.
And lifting.
No, it's not. Athletics covers situations you encounter while climbing, running, or climbing, jumping, or swimming. You attempt to climb a sheer cliff, one that is literally grabbing onto things. Strength rolls would be carrying, lifting, dragging, that kind of thing.
Okay.
We
Learn
do
something
this
every day.
almost every time, and I always forget because I can never keep that straight too.
18.
18. Okay. What's your total weight?
Scrap in the tail.
is it under description?
If you put it there, yeah.
Yeah, there would be like an encumbrance thing for weight for items.
Oh, inventory?
Yeah.
Currently it says 64 pounds,
Oh, okay.
which
So
sounds
not too bad then. So yeah,
I think
as you
mine's like 330 is what I can.
right, so as you give him a boost, you just kind of heave him upwards. So as you go upward, you're jumping upward. So, kind of like scamper up the tree. Right. So you're just gonna try and grab one.
I thought it was
I was
tossing
gonna-
me up, so I was gonna like grab one of the tree up higher and then go out and grab one.
Oh, I see. Okay. Sorry, I thought you were just heaving him up beneath one, so he would then just grab it and fall.
No. I'm like,
So,
kind of like angling
okay.
at the tree, like launching him.
Okay,
Like a cheerleader
gotcha.
toss.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So then, yeah, go ahead and make an acrobatics check. As you try and nimbly both hang onto the tree, but then also
nimbly
make
baby.
it.
Sorry, that's my carrying capacity. My push drag.
I am tree lord,
Okay,
lord
yeah.
of trees.
Weirdly bad for me. 15.
Okay. It's enough though. You getting help and everything. So as you nimbly both climb and then also kind of perch up on the tree, you make it up to the top easily.
Yeah. I think
Mm-hmm.
something gives me better luck. I can't remember what it was. But yeah. Yeah, that's what it was.
Didn't you have like climbing, like magic climbing footwear or something? Or am I
No.
thinking of something else?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, your cloak. Never mind. Pokemon.
That'd be wild. All right. I mean, I guess I'll grab one and then I'm gonna drop it down to him.
Okay. What's
Coconut.
what's your proficiency bonus?
Proficiency 5.
And then what's your dexterity?
5.
Okay.
Right? Are you talking dex save or just my bonus dex?
What's your proficiency bonus? And then what's your dex bonus?
So yeah, they're both 5.
You guys have a +5 for proficiency bonus now?
Mhm.
That's nuts. Okay. Sorry, my monsters are not even close to that. So I was like, damn, all right. Gonna up their game.
Oh no,
I know.
the worm was a lot, bro.
Yeah, no, for sure. Okay. So as you carefully and kind of delicately grab one of the pods, you're able to kind of snatch it off of the branch. And you said you drop one to whom? Okay. Same question for you. Proficiency bonus would be 5. Dex bonus?
It is 3.
Okay. So as you drop one, it falls within your hands. And could I have you make a Constitution saving throw?
Rin's gonna take a step back from the tree.
As it detonates.
22.
Okay, cool. You do save. So as this kind of bulbous fruit drops into your hands, or bulbous pod, it immediately releases this gas burst, and you take. Said 22?
Yeah.
5 points of poison damage. This puff of green gas just gets emitted. Unfortunately, right on.
Does it stank?
It does. Pretty horribly.
like
Has
a
this
like a
butt
like a
Pungent
stink bug.
smell of almost death.
I was gonna say, does
No.
it smell like a corpse?
Is it a corpse flower?
Corpse-eating tree?
Kind of. What's up?
I said, is it a corpse flower?
Oh, no. But it smells like one.
Mm-hmm.
So, is it actually something undead-ish or no?
Thought you were gonna do the Bugs Bunny thing. I was like, oh, it stinks. Nice. Me can.
Well, I guess being up in the tree, is there anything of interest while I'm up there?
Bunch more pods.
Are they all? They're all like the same size, right?
Mhm.
Okay.
Why don't you just, while you're up there, just like put one open and see what's inside?
That's why we tossed one down, so we can open and see what's inside.
So when it did burst, there was kind of like there are these what looks like tiny seeds within, but like the inside of it is all dry and there's almost like nothing to it.
Hmm.
There's like this kind of outer casing, not exactly leathery, but kind of
Coconutty.
yeah, kind of.
Like a dry coconut.
But as you caught it, it almost fell apart in your hands.
Does it seem like it's like rotting away on the tree? Or
Make a nature medicine check.
Nature and
Actually, nature would be probably more fitting.
Nope, that's a 6.
Yeah, not sure.
Actually, with that, like being that I'm in the tree and climbing, is it still feeling pretty solid, or is it starting to feel?
Feels solid.
Actually, I'm gonna take one of my claws and like cut a line in it. Like
tree?
Yeah.
I don't want to hurt the tree.
Make an attack roll.
I guess.
Unarmed strike.
Yeah, I only get +5 on that. 7.
So scratch it. You're like, oh, I can't. You can't break through anything. It's just like it's sturdy.
All right. I just want to see if it was like.
Aaron, use your rusty, dusty knife.
Yep. I'm
Yeah,
not hurting the tree.
Can I pull out my dagger then?
Nope.
And try
Oh
again
boy.
Sure.
with a dagger?
We told the imps. Oh shit.
No,
Oh,
I
that's
had the thought. I
So,
had the
as
thought.
you stab
I don't
into
think
it,
so, but I had
go
the
ahead and
thought.
deal damage.
Use dagger. Oh my god. 11
Reach for
damage.
dice. I'm like, oh, what a
11.
11.
Could
Okay.
be.
I rolled max damage.
Nice. So as you kind of pierce into this branch upward, it's sturdy. Like this is clearly a living thing.
Yeah.
As you kind of cut into it, you see this thick, kind of greenish,
Ew.
kind of greenish silvery sap start coming out. In that moment, 4 of the pods drop. And I need everybody that's on the floor near the tree, which I know. you didn't
I step
specify.
back.
You did call that out. So I'm gonna say you 3. Sorry, you 4. 'Cause you were near Vidir. Vidir,
Like directly below where he's at.
yeah. Actually,
Because I'm walking towards the next.
Word
door,
was by
right?
the
So
door,
Yeah,
and
you
want
would
to
be
do
far-
the stopwatch.
Vidir assigned Dorgirin to hold him.
right, yeah. I'll say, yeah, you 4 make
What'd you say, Dex?
Constitution saving.
Can I?
Can I just pick the roll I just did?
What's that?
It's like doing in my hand.
Well, no, I'm calling for a roll.
Let me real quick.
So does this mean I get advantage on con save against being poisoned?
Okay.
So I can roll it again?
She is right. It's being poisoned. Right?
Tony,
Right.
it was like
so you get to roll.
slimy on the
1
inside, but silver.
21.
Green or silver.
Okay.
sap.
You get,
So you say it.
you
Yeah.
get a dirty 20. 18.
Dirty 20.
Okay. So, ironically, the 2 Minotaur of the group did fail. Or no, sorry. Minotaur and Orc, right, failed. 22 points of poison damage.
Oof.
And the 2 that succeeded, 11.
Well, what if I'm poison resistant?
Then 5.
Can I take I want to take one of the vials from my alchemy set and put some of the sap in it.
Okay, sure.
Put it back. Oh, it's interesting.
Hmm.
Never seen greenish silvery sap.
Yeah, it's unusual. But as 4 of those pods are ejected from the tree, reacting to what you can only imagine was you heard a thunk near the top of the trunk. You see 4 of the pods drop when they burst into that same kind of green, sickly gas.
Quite stanky.
At that point, I will distance myself from the tree.
Told you not to hurt the tree.
Yeah, and I'm going to continue.
So
I
I
guess-
probably continues. Hey, just wait a second.
I will.
I'm assuming.
Okay.
What happened whenever you stabbed him? What came out?
Like greenish silvery sap.
Like one of those kid leashes, you know?
Do you think this is our friend's friend?
That's
I was,
What?
yeah.
Remember we had a mission from the Treant guy that
We gotta find
Took the
Steel
heart.
Heart.
Yeah,
We
does
don't.
the pulsing
Iron
feel
Limb
like a
sent us to
heartbeat?
find Steel
Who's
Heart,
Iron Limb?
the giant tree that was gonna kill us.
after.
Oh, him. Yes. Okay.
Told us to find his friend Steelheart.
Right.
They took Steelheart.
and was feeling some kind of pulse or vibration.
And Tony
There's a
just
giant,
said it
crazy
feels like a
looking
heartbeat.
tree.
Like the pulsing is timed with what would be a heartbeat.
I did not think that, but now I do.
And you just stabbed it, and it reacted.
It's like more than just a tree.
I mean, I wanted to just scrape it. He's the one that made me attack it.
Well, you saw your claws and doing things like, all right, fine, dagger.
I feel like that's something you do too. That's not it.
And then of course I roll max.
Which means you stabbed it and was like, oh, it's in there, but hold on.
Yeah, I want to see what's really in there.
Right.
Yeah. I wanted to see. I am finding out after the
Right.
fucking around.
Yeah.
Mirror was here.
Right, yeah.
Mom. Or
You want to try to talk to it?
Plus,
I can't talk to trees.
yeah.
Try to like reach out to it.
You can talk to trees.
You want to talk to a tree? I don't know.
You're a
You do-
druid.
You do
Druid
foresty
craft?
stuff.
There is a spell like that.
There is. Mm-hmm.
I
Okay.
think we checked it out.
All right. I'll try to mind link with the tree.
Kind of reach out, psychically call out to anything that might be there. And you're familiar with things that don't have necessarily anything to respond to. Like they don't have
Mhm.
any intelligence
Yeah.
necessary to have that kind of conversation. But when you reach out to this, you don't get nothing. You get a void, which there's a difference between like this isn't working versus something that feels like it's empty.
Right.
And it's the latter.
Hmm. I'll just say hello into the void.
You can hear this kind of like almost echoing, which not totally dissimilar,
Mm-hmm.
but you don't get a verbal response back, even from like a sentient thought, but more an emotion, one of pain.
Oh.
And of fear.
Can I follow it to like the center of the void? Can I follow the pain and fear?
Try and navigate, but there's not even really a consciousness to navigate. It's,
Yeah.
It's a connection that's faint. So it's not something you can
Okay.
really fall or move towards.
Right. Okay. But I definitely it's in the tree.
Yes.
Okay. Mhm. And I have no idea because I didn't mind link with it before he stabbed it. If the pain and fear was because Rainier stabbed it, or if it's because of its just existence is pain and fear. So okay.
Could I
Tab-
get everyone's passive? Actually, I don't know if the passive perception would notice this. Through the gaps of the wood, not also probably being a little bit more focused on whatever this thing is, you can see that there are tiny gaps within kind of the columns that stretch upward, and from one of those gaps, you can see this kind of silvery emerald light. Put that out.
There's definitely something in the tree, but it's I don't really know how to describe it. But it's in pain and it's
Rainier's like,
scared.
yeah, it's sap.
What?
Does it look like
Wait, can I say what was it? The Elvish word for open into the void? Does it open?
As you say that,
No. Okay.
no.
I didn't know if it would work like the elemental.
there's like
Don't dead open
cracks.
inside. Yeah.
Like it's connected.
Maybe it will, maybe it won't. I don't know.
Can I try to take that half of my side into like one of the places you can see the light coming through and try to like see if I can pry it some in the two pieces that are like yeah, sure.
Like you said, it's,
Make
it's
a-
like a bunch of roots going like this, and we can kind of see in them.
Yeah,
there's
tiny
there's a
gaps you can see the
green,
light
silvery
coming through.
light.
Yep.
And he's gonna try to
Okay.
pry.
There's a way to like pry and kind of like isolate one of them to like try to put out a little bit, I guess. Sure. Make a strength check.
Well, while he pries, I'll dig. Like I dig, but I mean I'll reach. Like if he can hold it open.
Okay, at advantage. You're helping. Much better. The dirty 20. Dirty 20. So kind of put the haft in, you start to kind of move it from side to side and try and get a bit of a gap going further. You get a bit more. It's there's not much that won't fit beyond the haft of the scythe though. As I mean, this is a wooden thing, so it's pretty sturdy. But you're able to get at least enough space to where you can see clearly that at this point now you find the source of this light. There is what looks like a wooden heart glowing and emitting this silvery emerald light. And as you feel the pulse, you now see that it matches both this heart as well as the light itself. That it brightens with each pulse.
So while we're holding it open, somebody small get in there, take a look, see if it's connected to the tree, or is it just floating there? And we
Okay.
snatch it.
I think I'm the smallest. Can I fit?
No, the haft of the scythe is about as far as it actually can stretch open.
Okay.
But you do have a good view of it now at this point, that you can see that the heart itself is about the size of what would be a beach ball, pretty big. But you can see that there are these kind of, for lack of a better term, ventricles or arteries that connect the heart to the actual growth of the tree itself.
Okay.
You want to make a strength check to open it wider? Go for
I
it.
am standing back.
Why are we ripping a heart out of a tree?
Because Iron Limbs told us to rescue Steelheart.
Or do we think
This is Steelheart.
You see any other trees around here?
is the heart? So are we? Do we think the heart is steel heart, or do we think?
Mm-hmm.
We were supposed to bring the heart, but he specifically asked us to bring the heart.
Oh, okay, good.
The heart
you
of Steelheart.
you have better notes than me.
Because you have no notes.
So just a flat
I have.
strength
No, no,
roll.
Strength, yep. I guess does he get advantage too because we're technically still helping? Or... well, so you made the hole. So if you want to stretch it out or go for a wider one, then yeah, you can still.
Can I give him
We'll stretch that hole
Come
out.
on, man.
guidance as well?
I just had to look at Christian
Can I
about
give
it.
him guidance as well?
Yeah, this is an ability check. So yeah,
So did you say that was an advantage?
yes.
Hold on. Before we do this, I want to make it clear. I have gotten down out of the tree and I am standing back.
Okay.
Yeah, I give him guidance and then I back up.
Yeah, like, you got it, buddy. I'm gonna be over here.
Rin is waiting to either dodge backwards as soon as the pods open, or if they can get it wide enough for me to shimmy through, I'm gonna try and dive in.
Okay.
So I'm ready to dodge either direction.
So, I imagine he's on one side of an opening,
Mhm.
prying. I'm
Mhm.
on the other side with two hands, prying, and then Aaron's gonna what, like join me on the left side?
Yep. Pulling.
Yeah. Or the top.
Right. Yeah.
I'm just more imagining Ace Ventura.
And the rhino.
Yeah.
13.
13. Okay.
Just to...
How is our barbarian?
I rolled advantage. I got a nat 1 on one. 4 on.
Ooh.
Warm up your dice.
Okay. So can I have
Then I got
you?
to roll another.
Yep. That's not gonna do it though. I'll freely say it now. So can I have you 4 make Constitution saving throws? as more pods drop from the tree.
I can't dodge out.
I got a nat 20.
Unfortunately, no.
Okay.
Okay, good. So you save.
Four.
Constitution
Yeah.
saving
So
throw?
yeah.
And I'm resistant.
Yeah. Okay.
So 8.
Okay.
Just fucking die. We're about to die.
A tree that is not
17?
attacking
17?
us.
We're
Yeah.
trying to be nice to the, like we're trying to like not necessarily be nice, we're trying to be one
Aid.
gentle.
It's 19
Okay. So 19
Plus
save.
4. Well, technically, anyway, it's
Ah, okay.
Oh, so,
So
that's
wait.
20.
Rin gets +4 as well.
Yep, because they're all within
Right.
10 feet.
Okay. So
Just me fails.
probably.
18.
Okay. Not just you.
I rolled a 1.
No, it's just flat 4.
Oh.
Oh. Okay.
You get plus
21.
So just you.
You
Uh,
these 21s.
Yeah.
21.
Yeah, no kidding. Yeah. So 22 points of poison damage, and then 11 for the successes, 5 for you since you're resistant.
Ow. That hurt.
It's a good thing that we stepped back, huh? Drew.
Yeah, I'm okay.
Yeah, good thing. Yeah.
Oh, you meant it.
I wonder,
Yeah.
Can you like masks over your face? You stop getting poisoned so bad.
I'm gonna take out my order this one.
No. Don't kill the heart. We don't even know if
Mortar attack the heart of the tree.
Or just
I
The
do.
tree.
I do just
Attack the heart of the tree.
just a thought. We don't know what disconnecting it from the tree is gonna do. If we can stabilize the heart, if it'll
you
even
just said
be
bring it
stable,
back.
if there's something stabilizing the heart the tree is doing to keep it alive.
well, you didn't see nothing about stabilizing. You just said bring him the heart.
Yeah.
You didn't say what state to bring it in.
He didn't say live or dead. He just
Okay.
said bring the heart. Dead or alive.
Tony, is there space in the center of it around the heart?
There is, yeah.
Like enough space for a 6 foot high, 4 foot wide portal?
As a matter of fact, there is, yes.
Would like to use the hither thither staff to go inside the tree, please.
Okay, sounds good. So with the opening, Rin,
Here, reach through the portal. Through the portal.
Okay, I go in. Anybody else who wants to come in with me? I don't know if
Oh.
we'll all fit, but
there's only space for you.
just me?
Yeah.
Okay. Because I'm little.
Yeah.
Okay.
You guys probably would not fit at all.
Okay.
But yeah, Rin. So you're inside what is effectively like the center column of the tree. You can see the heart above you.
How high?
Within reach.
Okay. I would like to take out my knife
Okay.
and cut the heart out of the tree.
Okay. Make a
Use
sleight
old
of hand
Rusty.
check.
A what? How do I do? Okay, there it is. I
Sleight
was
of
like,
hand.
is that an actual thing that you can do? Okay.
Yeah, it's a dexterity based check that you're making.
Sorcerers.
Who
Sleight
said,
of hand.
there's
Oh,
no
wait.
way you're that much smaller than me.
I can't inspire myself. Dang it.
Correct. Yeah, no, you could fit in there too, but only one person could.
No, I know. I'm just trying to figure out why.
Okay. 18
Oh,
plus 4, so 22.
22.
Almost
Okay.
21.
Apparently that turkey was actually
Almost.
So, as you very carefully and very gently, delicately, begin to remove some of the pieces of the heart from kind of the ventricles, the arteries, the roots that it grows into, you cut very carefully as you felt whatever presence is within this thing was afraid and in pain. And as you begin doing so, you're able to very deftly and carefully cut loose each one.
Okay.
Surgery.
As you do so, outside, could I have everybody
Sorry.
at a good check?
You son of a bitch.
As you very carefully feel that the heart is released, you hold it now in your hands, and you can still feel that.
Oh, good.
pulse within it. For those that are outside, you do notice that the bulbs that are within the branches do wither, and
Do they fart?
Do not.
Okay. Just from the sky, just
they wither.
all simultaneously.
Yeah.
No! Just smokes the room. Real
Now, if,
And I'm just in here like, huh.
right. So to let you know, if that had not gone well, that's exactly what would happen.
Oh, okay. Cool.
The bog of eternal stench.
Lovely. All right. I will
Nice.
try to mind link with it. Is it still fear and pain?
As you mind link with it, you feel that same kind of echoey chamber, but
Okay.
you don't feel fear. You feel relief.
Okay, good.
And the relief with a side of hope.
Okay. Okay, little buddy. We'll take you home. It's probably like this.
Right, yeah.
Okay, little buddy.
And fear is its bacon
It's a
bits.
baby-sized heart. Like,
Hope's like the parsley of this mission. So, yeah. As you-
Pointless and taking up space.
exactly.
There is no hope.
mhm.
So.
Okay, so I'll step out of the portal, which is on the far side wall.
Oh, right, yeah.
And I'll just come out and be like, okay, so new quandary. I know we can't put anything living in a bag of holding, but this isn't breathing, so
But it is lit.
oh, okay, can it fit in your backpack? Okay.
I don't. This is gonna matter. I'm gonna cast Spare the Dying on it.
Okay.
Cantrip. It just stabilizes, so it doesn't have to make a death save. I
That's-
doubt
that's
it'll
a
make
good
difference, but
point.
just-
Yeah.
Sure.
May I run
Okay.
a medicine check to see if it is dying since it's been removed?
Sure.
Okay.
Is it pretty? Or is
It
it
is.
weird looking?
Yeah. So yeah, it's a it looks kind of like a human heart. It's
Get a plus 4 from you.
but obviously much larger in
Or
size.
D4.
Although it has this kind of wood composition to it. Parts of
Is
it
it a
glow,
D4?
and you can see that there are kind of stretches within it that are both emerald in color, where it looks like it has actually like an emerald within this heart, as well as strands of what looks like some sort of steel.
Oh.
I thought I had more than that.
So
17.
17. So looking at it, it's definitely dissimilar from any other normal organic art you've found, but it doesn't appear to be in any sorts of pain or dire straits or anything. Be that from the Spare the Dying cantrip or anything else, it's stable.
I know it isn't exactly Warforged, but I imagine we have similar hearts.
Honestly, there's a lot that you can see that has overlap.
Okay.
It was the prototype.
Right.
The naturally occurring prototype that she dissected in a really fucked up way.
Yeah, Ward will kind of just, after she gets out and everything, I let go of the roots and I dust off my hands. It's another one of Medusias' sick experiments, and then stomp forward towards the next door.
Okay.
Heavy
I'll,
metal footed.
Yeah, on stone. Yeah.
I'll tell it that, we're gonna bring you home, but we just gotta go a little bit further. So just hang with us. I'm gonna put you in a backpack now. So just know that it's dark, but it's just a backpack. So
The potato is going to start sprouting.
Right.
Figure just gets wrapped up and becomes a treant.
Yep.
Right.
Mhm.
I'm okay with it.
Yeah, right. Could be worse.
Right.
First place to go.
it's like
really
it's
gone
like
through
an
an
attack on
evolution.
Titan.
For the second time.
You become like a Titan and an attack on Titan. You're like in its neck.
Oh, wait.
Plant based.
Am I the Titan now?
Yeah.
Plant based.
Mhm.
Imagination.
The plant.
I'm going to take. What kind of sword was that, by the way, from earlier on the table? I'm just going to take
It's a
it.
long sword.
sword.
Oh, it is a long sword.
Did you say it was +1 or?
No,
you just
I
said
didn't
it
say
was well-crafted?
Well crafted.
I like his idea.
Yeah. You say it was like +3?
Right. Did you say master? I could have swore I heard you say masterwork.
Right. Yeah.
I will say,
87 fire.
as I go to put it in my pack, I do try to emit calm. It's nice. Not gingerly.
She's telling it. She's telling it. Don't worry. It's gonna be dark in there. It has no eyes and no sensory capabilities. It's just an organ that.
It has feelings. Okay. I just feel like I would want to know what was happening even if I couldn't see.
Did you ever
It's,
see
I
that? Did you
think
ever
you
see
said it was a
that houseplant
Vorpal
meme?
longsword.
Where it's
Oh,
like
right.
house plants, like
Not
feed
horrible,
them like filtered water and perfect sunlight, they just
Funny
die.
mention
but you leave a potato in the corner and it's just sprouted
did
out.
have-
its
Oh,
roots, and
yeah.
it's like,
She does have one.
give me the soil, and all demonic.
Yeah.
Where? She's a legendary crafter.
I'll
So,
thrive.
Oh, jeez.
are you
That-
divining with your?
Yeah, I'm looking.
Constantly,
Okay.
right?
So as you
Ward's
kind of
walking off.
wave it
Dorgirian's
about.
playing with a stick.
Yeah. Dorgan, you kind of, again, use your maul as like a divining rod, and from the far doors, the ones that are currently kind of possibly overshadowed, you see the maul kind of react in that direction.
These doors?
Well, let's no, not quite. Yeah, the ones on the western side of the wall.
Over there? North.
Yeah.
West?
West.
West.
Right. So west is directionally west
Yeah,
for
but-
us too. So west.
That way.
Oh, I thought this was north.
Yeah.
Where's north? This way?
What's that?
North is this way?
Correct. Yeah.
Okay. North is this way, guys.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So, as
This
you
door.
begin walking, and you walk towards like the latter half, because I mean, obviously there's a large tree trunk that's kind of in the way for that part of the room. Walking around it, you do see the actual like fireplace in the forge itself, with a very heavy anvil that is currently cold, but you do see that there are kind of these runic inscriptions on the anvil itself, and you also see two pairs of storage chests around both sides of the fireplace, the forge itself. Okay. So define how you check them. Okay. Make a sleight of hand check or investigation, either one. Sure. These are heavy, like they're more like chest is a not a great word to use. Trunks.
Well, it's gonna be a 21.
Right?
21 for investigation.
Okay.
Rain's favorite.
So you look over the chest and you don't find that there's any sort of trapping device on it or anything, but there's a hefty lock that is on it.
Try. We'll try and open the lock.
Okay. It's locked.
Son of a bitch. I'll try to lock it.
So sleight of hand check.
So I have proficiency in, I forgot about this. I have proficiency in thieves.
Are you proficient in sleight of hand?
Technically, no.
Okay, so then this.
How can you be proficient in these tools and not sleight of hand?
So that's the thing. Though thieves' tools may require like a dexterous ability, it does not necessarily have to be. So you would make a check involving either intelligence or dexterity using your modifier, and then you would add your proficiency bonus on top of it since you're proficient with these tools.
Okay.
So however you want to roll that out is up to you.
Don't do that because that'll be fun.
Okay.
All right. 16.
Gotcha.
Which is probably needed.
Okay.
Plus 3.
Jesus. Oh, okay. So yeah, you can see him working with that too. So it goes up to 18 then?
18.
So you go over the trunk and you feel okay, it's locked. As you take out your thieves' tools and start picking at it, you hear the tumblers kind of, but you don't hear it click. You hit the chest with your hammer. Okay, yeah. Seeing Vadir not having too much luck with the lock, go ahead and strike the chest. Make an attack roll for me, please.
Communication. We must work on communication.
As you then quickly, picks fall out of your hands. You have to pick them back up.
My fingers were right.
Use our words.
Oh,
That
it's
are
magically
words.
warded. Bong.
25 to hit.
Okay, you absolutely hit then. So go ahead and roll damage.
Should probably rage. It's a trunk, not a chest.
Just be sure.
If you want
No.
to. Okay.
So 14 bludgeoning.
Okay, that was enough to do it.
That was a good one.
As you slam into the trunk with your hammer, it pulverizes the top, and then that force damage shatters it apart. As you look inside, there's a bunch of ore inside the chest.
Moonstone ore?
What is it?
not.
Moonstone.
Worth something to me.
There's
It
another
is,
chest.
It is a dark black ore with these kind of silver and blue veins that go through it.
Can I tell what
You could make an intelligence check, and depending on what tools you're proficient with.
Would you
I got-
mind?
I got
Would you mind
smith
allowing me to
tools.
do it?
Get you.
Actually,
Or
he
a
does
ju-
make way more sense.
Or potentially a jeweler's kit may actually do it too.
Yeah. So I am proficient in
What's that?
jewelers,
Oh, yeah.
jewelers and smith tools.
Okay, yeah.
So, and you said intelligence.
Yes. Plus proficiencies.
One, 23.
23. This would be, it looks a lot like mithril ore.
Valuable.
Mm-hmm. But it's different colorings though, which are unusual.
Interesting.
Add it to the pack.
Yeah. I don't think I have anything in my backpack other than all my tools and things.
Is there room in the
Okay.
bag of holding? What do we have in the bag?
Right. She had a whole chest full of, yeah, diamond mail and shit.
are you asking what's in the bag? Holding?
Holding. That we have 2 bags of holding
Mm-hmm.
And a bag.
and a bag of holding, but the
One.
ore doesn't need to go in holding.
One bag of holding has a big ass metal piece.
Oh yeah.
Plate.
Mhm.
The floor plate from Tony's
There's a bunch of
dungeon.
ale.
That's what. Wait.
Wait, does that ale one like pouring just like the drinks into it actually work?
Wait, what are you doing?
We're trying to decide like what we have available for bag of holding space. I'm like, if I did actually put the ale, like just pour straight into the bag of holding, would that actually work?
I mean, yeah.
And then when you reach your
Retrieving
hand,
it's going to be a bit of a,
you're
yeah.
like, give me the ale, and it's like, oh.
It's like a geyser. It just
He's just
getting waterboarded with ale.
What's that?
Oh, please don't.
It's already done.
That's not my nose.
Or could you just like stick like a tankard in there and be like, I want ale?
You'd
You know what? That
probably
makes more sense. We'll go with that one.
you'd
I do
probably
like
really
the
have to
guys who are
say
just like, all right, here we go. You get to drink from the fire hose. For my VHS fans out there.
Yeah.
Or UHF.
we'd need someone like control liquids so it like spews out like a geyser and then they just like control it into
Oh,
mugs.
right, yeah.
Right.
Neat party trick though, right?
Yeah.
That would be pretty glorious.
Please say that you didn't do that.
It's a cool trick.
You didn't do that, did you? Put the ale in the bag of holding. You just thought of it. We're in a different room.
That was his original idea, was to put
Oh.
one of the kegs in there, and then he said the keg wouldn't fit, so then he said just pour it in there. I'm just gonna pour it all in.
All right, it just
Did you
exists in,
really
like,
do
a zero
that?
Gravity
Like,
kind of
in
ball of
there.
ale until you call for it, you know?
So as you look at that, by the way, the ore, you hear afterward, oh, that's quite a good find.
I hear something
Just
say
you.
that. Oh.
Internally.
Whoa.
Do I pay attention to that? Does it sound like my voice in my head?
No, it was a feminine voice.
Oh my. Okay. Oh, I'm gonna hold on to. Well, what are we doing with it? We're gonna put it in a bag of holding.
Space in the bag of holding.
Okay. How much does it all weigh? You said it's a sizable trunk.
Yeah, us. So the chunk that you found within there, the bit of the chunk of ore, would be about the size of a bowling ball.
Bowling ball.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, and I can't carry all that.
And it
And you
is
said it's a full
quite
trunk of it, or is
Uh,
it just one piece of ore then?
one piece of ore.
But it has multicolored like seams through it.
Mhm.
Okay,
But it's
well, I
bowling
carry
ball
the
size.
one thing in my
Yeah.
backpack, right?
It's probably about 50 pounds.
Yeah, I have what's 3 to strength? Strength of 16.
Yeah,
Fine.
fine.
Two big-
Yeah.
much volume should I
Um,
carry? Just have a bag of
This?
ale
Okay, so they're
Oh,
they're about the size of like your standard keg.
that's handy.
Volume wise, are you trying to empty it?
I mean, if I can't fit the keg in there,
Fair point.
Oh boy.
then I'm gonna just dump the liquid in.
If Rin saw you doing this, she would be like, "Do not. We need that for like gold and stuff."
You can still put gold.
No.
Remember, last session at the end, I did say I was taking.
You did, yes.
My mechano backpack opens up, and the little arms come out. grab
How
the
much
sword, and
mushroom
put it
did you
in there.
take?
Nice. Okay.
How much mushroom did he take?
We'll say you got 10 pounds of it.
That's a lot of shroom.
That's a good amount.
Yeah. Well, that's a felony amount.
Well, that's true. Yes.
Think about that.
My
Yeah,
bag
so-
of holding is full of
You're gonna get
shrooms
that
and
other
food.
chest.
Wait for a party.
You want me to want the other chest open?
Well, he's got to find this moonstone or like we're
Do you
probably not gonna leave her alive because he's gonna kill us all.
Do you want to try the polite way, or would you like to just smash the other one?
Whatever works.
I'll give you the choice, Dorgirin. Do you, if we find moonstone ore, would you like to put that in the bag of holding, or would you want the ale? Because you get one, not both.
I'm carrying the bag of holding. There's plenty of room.
I don't think you know how space
I
works.
was gonna say you might need to define how much you got in there, because I know that
I
you've
hadn't
been
really-
stocking up.
I
At,
hadn't really used it a whole lot. Like, almost.
mine's relatively empty.
The bag of holding is relatively empty. One bag of holding has a giant plate of something in it that we didn't identify. Ward is carrying the bowling ball thing.
Yeah, bowling ball sets. Chunk of
We have a
board.
bunch of miscellaneous items in some of them, but nothing else that's super large.
It's more about weight than starting
Outside of 22,000 gold pieces of various gems, and
which is a lot.
we also have 1,647 platinum, 6,970 gold, and 2,000 gold pieces from rope.
I was gonna say.
So we've got a lot of pounds of gold
Yeah,
and
she
platinum.
was able to carry that too. It's funny. Yeah, she was basically like the
Who?
Steel Heart was 120 pounds.
And you just kind of lugged it over and was like, "Here, hold this."
Yep, pretty much.
Deadlifting.
just put it.
Yep.
That's why they call her Deadlift Rain.
I'm just like waddling out with it.
Like, I need help. I need help.
What do you got in your bags? You got enough? Oh,
Hmm?
what do you got in your bags? Can you carry some shit?
He's a giant
Probably.
steel plate. I don't know how much more he can fit
Was
in the
that
bag
in his
outside of
bag?
it.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I think we have that
Yeah,
from the
But I don't have a
flyers.
weight attached to it, so I don't know how much weight.
So, as you look at the doors, the next ones to go through, because this is all like inventory stuff. You just clean this out.
Right.
Yeah.
You see that there are two main kind of iconography symbols over these rooms, both of which are open books.
Open books. Many things to distract Ward when he's trying not to be distracted. Assuming excludes we're gonna go into a library. Open the doors.
Okay. So,
We're going.
Wait, did we not go? Did we not open the other chest?
Yeah. We needed to open the other chest. Can you divining rod to like see if that chest has the moonstone ore?
Why? Why aren't we just opening it?
Well, because if it doesn't have the moonstone ore, we don't have time to rummage through junk.
We
Did-
don't want that to take the other.
Huh?
We don't want to take the other order.
We did. I got him.
Well, yeah. But like the other chests and stuff, like the more open stuff.
she's saying he's wanting you to divine it, or
Yeah.
if you just want to open it, you can just snatch it as we go.
I feel like you don't have that kind of patience. You would have just smashed it already. You'd
Yeah, I
been
was
like,
gonna say.
oh, not moonstone. Go to the other one.
Yeah.
Yep. So as you, I'm just gonna, for the sake of brevity, say that you're gonna break them open. Be it time or effort, you'll make it through. You find another bowling ball sized piece of this kind of unusual mythical ore, and then you find additionally 3 other chunks that are smaller, probably about the size like a softball. Through all, not individually, but like that's you get it basically 2 large chunks and 3 small.
You said the ball size one was like 50 pounds.
Yep. So the other one's also 50, and then each one of the softball-ish size ones, probably a little larger than that, would be about 20 pounds each.
I have just enough carrying capacity to carry all of that. But that's it.
Gotcha.
I'll take one of the softballs.
So
And I will put it
1450
in my
is
pack.
one, and then you said
So did you get that?
25 pounds a piece for 4
You guys
small
got that.
ones.
20 pounds
Yeah.
each.
It was 3
Oh, so
softball size.
Yep.
Okay.
out of
You did.
240.
Yeah, it would be. You're at 115
You
now.
have
Oh no,
Three,
I gotta
though, right?
calculate that in.
Two.
effectively two bags of holding, one bag of pulling, right?
Yeah, I think we're doing.
Yeah, I grab all that.
Sure.
I'm taking one of them. You have
Okay.
20 pounds, so I will alleviate 20 pounds. That's all I can take.
So you're adding 160 to
Okay, so
your. There's 1 and 3 soft.
2 softballs. I have 1.
I thought there was 4. Or was there 3?
There are
There's
3.
Okay, so you're adding 140. So
I
in your
currently
carry weight,
have
you
115.
would be able to do the 2 large and 1 soft. Because your carry weight's 240.
Okay.
Yeah, 150.
Thank you for the math.
Yep.
Inventory.
Appreciate you.
Quick math.
So the door we're doing is the one down that
Yes.
hallway. That's where the library is.
Which, where
Is
are you
that-
pointing at?
Because I'm not sure where we are in the
Oh,
room.
closer to yourself. So yeah, we're
No. The what's that?
So that is outside.
Oh. What?
You're looking over nearer you. There's a set of doors.
Okay, so that's just a pathway going outside there.
Mhm.
And what's
Heavy metal doors that lead out.
Where's the windows?
So your mall was dividing to the wooden doors.
Yeah.
Ones with books, which ward opens up.
Right.
So
It's like step aside, machine man.
well,
I have war to fight.
as you walk into this room, you do see what is a library. Bookshelves stocked with countless tomes stretch from wall to ceiling, from floor to ceiling, around the walls. It's an impressive library. The depths of ancient knowledge within these walls could take several lifetimes to sort through. And hanging from the ceiling is a massive crystalline purple spider, refracting and sending light throughout the room.
Beautiful.
But
In
as the wonder of the stories and knowledge along the walls and the beautiful jeweled spider passes, your eyes fall to the floor where a body lies.
body.
Motionless and contorted, it lies face up on its back, with the pair of legs and arms clutched inward, frozen as if almost in a flinching state.
It's stoned.
You see, in addition, 3 tables with some tomes open on them, candelabras on each, and similar bookshelves from floor to ceiling along the eastern wall. Oh, and the 3 decorative rugs.
So
Don't forget those. Yeah.
So yeah, he had a good point. Is the body like
Petrified.
stone petrified, or is it like an actual body,
You walk
like
up.
flesh? I'm gonna walk out with my sword out and tap the body.
Okay.
Not attacking it. I'm
Sure.
tapping it.
So,
Tapping it with
Prodding.
the point, or
as you approach, the first stench of true decay wafts in the air as you see a withered and desiccated body in front of you. The skin taut, the flesh long since lost any sorts of moisture to it. It was likely feminine in form at one point, but you see what looks like a mummified corpse without the wrappings. And you can make out the now withered snake hair of Medusias
no freaking way.
beneath her mask, still resting on her face.
Oh no!
Can
What a twist!
can I investigate for like signs of like what caused the death?
Sure. What do you do?
Investigate the body.
Well, right.
I don't know. I guess look for any apparent wounds.
So you kind of look over her body. So as you kind of look at her, you don't see any sort of like signs of like an entry point of like any sort of slashing or anything that may have pierced or punctured her body. In fact, you don't see any signs of actual physical damage to her. like the clothing she wears is still intact. However, it is moldy, and it is kind of worn in the sense that looks like it's been here a while.
Weapons or
I was about to say, if you say Moonstone Ore,
As you look at her, you don't see any weaponry on her.
Or jewelry.
Jewelry either. Actually, scratch that. You do see one ring kind of attached to her.
that mummified hand.
Still looks pristine. In fact, one thing you note is that this is the first time you've seen any real signs of wear, decay, or real passage of time within this space.
Right, because the kitchen area was like fresh.
Yeah. Outside of also the tree inside the workshop. But
Right, the workshop.
that wasn't the sign of, hey, that was
Work.
Yeah, something else.
anybody able to speak with the dead?
Does the robe looking? Is there any magical qualities that I think to the robe? Anything to make it stand out as more than just a basic robe?
There's someone you could ask.
Well,
There's a place.
I'm just like the problem is right now I'm just looking at it. I'm not like I'm asking if I would have noticed that when I'm looking at the body.
make an
I
arcana
could
check.
ask other people.
You can make an arcana check.
We take the that's like fuck it.
What's the number?
No,
Ew.
I rolled a 2.
I'd say this. Most magical items take a very long time to show any signs of real like decay or
Yeah.
wear or tear or anything like that. And the fact that her robes are, they're probably not.
Based on what you were saying earlier, I kind of figured that, but
Well, at least snag the ring.
I was gonna say
Don't touch it yet.
I'm going up to the body and I'm
Could be
taking a
booby
knee.
Or it could be cursed.
Mhm.
But
We've encountered things that have attacked you the second
So-
they touch you.
let me ask: the library
what
area.
you
Did you say that this room does show the passage of time, or does not? It's
The
just
room-
the body.
The room itself doesn't.
Okay.
The body does.
And where is the body located exactly?
Beneath the like kind of crystalline spider.
So the center of the room.
Yep.
And so she's near.
She
Is she
would
on the
be
carpet there? Or is
She'd
she
be on
near
the purple carpet.
the purple carpet. I stand up and I walk from her body to the table, adjacent to the purple carpet, and I look at the open books there.
Okay.
What are they?
So the first ones you find are tomes about dragons, and they're more almost like esoteric ancient ones now at this point. But they have details about just different the different colors, and it's kind of thumbing through it. It's almost kind of like a dragon compendium,
Okay.
speaking about their different colors, their weaknesses, if any, and then what they tend to do, like their proclivity for their like nature, that kind of.
I'll close those books and stack them and tie them up to take with. Ren would appreciate those. But so those are the first ones I see. Are there any others?
Some other ones you do note are what look more like notes of hers on different constructs, some things that she may have been working on at one point. They're incomplete though.
Okay, I'm still gonna take those. Those are for me to study. But as I'm looking, there's no books in there that she was reading through and left notes or anything, and there's no I don't know, diary or journal.
No. You also do find notes on body.
They are coming. The drums in the deep. They are coming.
I guess I'll stack those and take those as well.
Okay.
Word's pretty frustrated right now. He's
You
not
can kick
vocalizing
her.
it, but he's very frustrated that all of the answers have just been cut from existence. Would anybody else like to do anything else?
Where are we certain that this is in fact Medusias' corpse? I guess I don't think we've never met her before, so we wouldn't really ever look it up.
mummified corpse.
And she just looks like the painting, I guess. Well, very, very desiccated,
True.
possible version of the woman in the painting with the mask.
It looks like it could be, yeah. And written from what you saw in Ward's memory,
Yeah.
very possible. In fact, not possible. Like,
You scan, like, check their ring, scan the ring for anything that's lips.
okay. So, similarly, you find the same kind of ambient energy that suffuses the entire layer in here too. You also get three distinct hits. One, the ring, which has, I think, evocation magic applied to it. The body itself, which is covered in necromantic energy. And then you also find that there is an interweaving of abjuration and necromantic energy over the jeweled spider, the kind of crystalline chandelier, if you will. Interwoven. Something that you've not seen people do.
I'll point that out.
You said 4 was the crystal spider,
Right.
the 2 hits, because it's 2 different schools.
No, one.
So
Sorry, I said 4, and I was like, sorry.
3
Because it's the body,
distinct
the
hits.
ring, and the spider.
Okay.
So not the mask.
Okay.
What mask?
Israel.
Oh,
Oh, that's
Sorry.
not good. No one touch anything. Okay? Don't touch her. Don't touch that ring. Definitely don't touch that spider.
So
Just don't.
I didn't say this, but my first thought when we saw the body directly underneath the
Mm-hmm.
spider thing was to shoot the crystal spider with a crossbow.
Yeah.
But,
like Butler's Gate style. Like, drop it on their heads.
I mean, being that you told me it's necromantic stuff, like, I don't want to try and study it, see if I know, like, recognize anything because of how much I've been studying that stuff.
Okay.
I don't really know.
I can also, while I'm doing that, I guess I can scan sense real quick. Make sure nothing else is in the room
Okay.
that's currently able to do stuff.
Sure. So go ahead and read me off Divine Sense, and then you want to do an Arcana check.
Yeah.
So what are you trying to discern? Ask that first.
I guess maybe. I don't know what I don't know is the problem.
So is it like you want to study these necromantic energies to see if they are active and have triggers, or?
I guess maybe maybe origins, because it'll give me more of an idea of what's going on. Because, I mean, if I know what kind of school it's come from, or yeah.
Necromantic. The,
Well, yeah,
the
I
necromantic
think
school.
he's thinking about the history.
Yeah,
of the
there's a bunch of schools of necromancy, and then the main necromancies and which one it came from.
Okay. I'm going to say this.
Oh.
Given the information you're working with right now, there doesn't necessarily speak to any sort of specific school, just that there are some sort of effects that have been applied.
Until you see the effects, you wouldn't know where they came from.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
You can see their outcome, but that could be...
I have a logistics question once we
We'll come back to
get
it.
around.
So,
Anything afflicted by the hollow spell, or know the location of any celestial fiend or undead within 60 feet, not behind total.
as you kind of send that pulse out.
Nothing's
Nothing's
in the
out.
room.
Yep.
That was my main concern. Who's in the room with us at this moment? If she's
Ward
gonna pop up.
Ward would look to Rainier and ask him to perform that ritual that he did not too long ago, where he was able to sense the history of an object and perform that ritual upon the ring.
On the ring.
Don't touch it.
Do you have to touch it?
You have to touch it to identify it, but I can use a sorcery point to make it a distance spell, so I can identify it from 30 feet.
I think I was identifying it.
No, you're doing your blood hunter thing where you can relive
Oh.
memories of an object.
Oh. I don't know if he has to touch it.
That's
You could
probably
relive
cool.
the memory of this space, though.
Features. That's what I want. Sorry.
Now that we know you can do that.
All right. I find that very handy and resourceful.
Exploring the unknown.
Oh, so it is an object that I'm touching, or your current location.
You could do the location.
So it's basically making whenever I make a history check about something that I'm touching or where I'm at. What's wrong with touching the ring?
Make it. Don't touch the ring.
It's clearly jiving with some necromantic stuff.
Don't touch it until I identify it or figure out what's going on with it,
One of
because
your
it could take over
constitution
you.
people touch it.
No,
Am I a constitution?
Don't touch it.
person? I am a constitution person.
I'm just gonna rip the ring off.
I will
Snap it.
command him to stop.
Okay. So cast command then. See if he resists.
It is a
Is it wisdom?
wisdom save.
Yeah, plus 4.
Rude.
Damn it.
You're like, wait, and you run away. Yeah.
I can't control who has it.
Yeah, or it's friends.
So plus 4. 29.
Okay. For a wisdom.
For a wisdom save?
I'm proficient in wisdom saves.
Who's got druid?
Okay.
Oh,
So
I took resilient.
gotcha. Nice. So as you grab the ring, could I have you make a con saving throw?
Hell yeah, brother.
Fuck's sake.
Yeah,
She was like, I was gonna distant cast, identify on it.
She's also a 29.
Okay.
These murder hobos. Just
So, bit of good news. Let me first of all roll the damage.
He's using the computer to roll the damage, it looks like, so
You may be.
prepare your
imagine
anus.
it's a lot of dice.
Oh, I lost my dice roll. Okay, give me one.
Dice
You know
roll
what?
right here you can use, buddy.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. You can add how many you
Okay,
want.
here.
And
Real quick.
oh god.
87.
Oh wait. Here we
Yeah, you add how many you want.
12.
go. That.
I love that he didn't say what D we're rolling.
I just
there
seen
we
his finger go.
So you take. Okay, so you were successful. So you take 23 points of necrotic damage. Have to 11. Okay. That's it.
For now.
You know what would be worse than
A lot of numbers,
And-
bro.
an evil artificer that was able to build all the warforged? One in a barbarian's body.
Trying to think. Of these
Why did you pick it up though? What are you gonna do with it? You can't. Someone still has to identify it. You don't know what it is.
Got a new nose ring.
Like, why did you pick it up?
Alright.
So yeah, you have a really nice ring, which the way it looks is it's kind of a silvery ring with this kind of amberish colored gem in the center of it, with these two clasped hands as making like they look like hands clasping the gem itself. But they're clear.
Now you can identify it. You can study it for an hour.
Mr. My Goddess, whom I listened to everything and have fought us every step of the way to come down here, told you to stay in no uncertain terms away from this woman, and you just picked up her ring.
Well, she's dead.
She did say
What?
not to trust her.
Oh, now we're
Oh, but we trust her equipment?
Yeah, but
What? That doesn't make any sense.
she's dead, so now I don't.
Dorgiran's brain activity makes 0 sense.
Or Vince, you guys are more into the arcane than I am. Is there any way to tell if the ring is connected to the spot that crystal fires? Like magic is connected somehow?
Yeah, give me a second. I would like to cast distance cast. I'll use a sorcery point to make a touch 30 feet. Would that get me to the spider chandelier?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. I would like to cast identify on the spider chandelier.
Okay. Can you give me the details of identify?
Yes.
Interesting bits about that.
Oh,
I know it's about a magic item, but I think there's other stuff too.
so as an RP thing,
Okay.
Ward's gonna burn this body, but I'm gonna give you everybody an opportunity to do what you want to do before that happens.
Was the mask
If
Magic as well?
no. If it
I'm
is
still
a
gonna take
magic
that.
item or some other magic imbued object, you learn its properties and how to use them, whether it requires attunement to use, and how many charges it has, if any. You learn whether any spells are affecting the item and what they are, and if the item was created by a spell, you learn which spell created it. If you instead touch a creature throughout the casting, you learn what spells, if any, are currently affecting it. So if the glass chandelier is actually a creature, then I can learn any spells that are currently affecting it.
So, as you range cast identify,
Mm-hmm.
You recognize that this chandelier is actually a construct. It's a crystal construct, but it is currently under two spells. One is a. So do you learn the spell itself?
Mhm.
Okay. Just giving away all the secrets. So it is in a effectively what is a time stop like spell. It's adapted though, as it is until it's dispelled. This construct is frozen in place, effectively. In addition, it is under the effect of Soul Cage.
Okay.
You're gonna have to give some. Well, I mean, you don't have to do shit.
I will,
It's her spell.
True.
I was gonna like, you gotta give some clarification. What?
As the spell may imply, there is a soul bound within that construct.
Mm-hmm. I know. Okay.
So the crystalline spider is a construct
Yes.
Okay.
Currently incapable of moving, though.
because it's time stuck.
And then I will cast I will cast identify from a distance on the ring.
Okay. The ring is a ring, pardon me, telekinesis, with some additional modifications to it. It can also be used as spellcasting focus, and gives a +3 to spell attacks and save DCs.
The one that I
Oh.
But it also apparently trucks you. And you pick it up.
does it require a
It does.
What does it do again?
It's a ring of telekinesis.
It's
But-
Ren's new ring.
Also
What
can be
is?
used as a spellcasting focus and
would you
provides a
afraid to take it off
+3 to spell attack rolls and save DCs.
Oh,
That's not moose.
fancy.
You have no need for.
For what?
Look,
Sure as even.
Giving me a +3 is probably pretty important.
I don't.
No.
I think you can do it.
I can cast it ritually, but I don't have to.
Right. It normally takes a minute.
I have
Yeah.
I have one more charge left in the ring, so I do them for
Oh,
free.
you got a ring.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's the blue Oasis signet ring, but I bumped it up, so I have 3 charges now.
Bump it up.
All right, I will cast Identify ranged on Medusias's body.
So, the body itself is under a curse, not just a spell. And as such, it is a persistent effect. This is not exactly a spell that corresponds to one in the books. It is effectively, we'll call it an upcast version of mummy rot. So, it is a horde wilting spell, but it is meant for a person, and it will rapidly eat away at the body of the individual while still preserving the bits of them to make sure that they're not turned specifically to dust. So they are effectively rapidly turned into a mummy. Minus the rapids.
Oh. Oh. Uh-oh.
There's a soul in the spider.
There's a soul in the spider. There's a reversible spell on this body. Curse. Whatever. I don't know how long she's actually been like this. As soon as we walked in, hijinks and shenanigans could have been in play here. But basically there's a curse on her that rapidly decays her body, except for to the point where it won't like completely decay, so it's keeping the bits so that it won't completely, essentially whatever happened to her, whoever put this curse on her made it so that she can come back. She still will have a body. She could have. I think her body is suspiciously placed under something that has a soul cage on it. Ward, you didn't mention this voice in your head at all, did you?
No, I haven't.
Okay.
I'll hit it. I have dispel magic.
Does it attack me?
What's that?
The ring?
Nope.
Okay, so it was just touching her body that did it then. Okay. Ew, prestidigitation.
Nice call.
Smells quite a bit better now.
Yeah.
You want me to look at the history of that ring?
I want you to look at the history of this room.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I would prefer that as well.
So
That's what I am
somebody
thinking.
else came in? She's just plain good.
Are you a possum?
Oh, possum.
I guess you want me to do a history check for the room?
If you'd like to, try and get some grim psychometry going on. I recall the
That's
name
what.
of that
Yeah, I
class.
think that's what it was called.
History sucks. It's a whole 14.
14 plus that.
D4. Maybe you can break the.
Plus,
You at least break the
18?
next back.
I would have given you guidance too if I knew.
and I'm giving you a+3.
Jesus Christ. Okay, so 3, 6. I say 14, so dirty 20.
30, 20. So, as you focus on the room and take a moment to try and really piece together what may have happened here, you get one brief flash. And in that moment, you see like first person perspective. Hands coming up with somebody in kind of a shroud of not necessarily darkness, but obfuscation from even this vision. You see the hands get brought up. You then feel this horrible and painful moment fall over your entire body, just wash over you, like everything being drawn out of you. Your very life itself. Then you drift briefly, find yourself locked behind some sort of glass wall, and you look upon yourself as you can see the wilting still taking place, unable to do anything about it.
I know what that means.
Play it out for me because my brain's being slow.
I just basically saw Medusias is trapped in the spider.
She's trapped in the spider.
Yeah.
Did she do it
I
herself?
just, I don't know.
It did not sound like
Oh,
she was
well,
able to
I'm
escape.
asking
Yeah.
him in character.
Oh, no, so I was gonna say, I'm also imagining. I'm kind of imagining that I dropped to the ground and went into a fetal position, having felt
Aw.
that.
Yeah.
I'll just kind of come to you like, that curse. I don't know that someone did it to her, but she's definitely trapped in the spider, looking down. All of this.
Were you able to see like she cast it on herself or did someone cast it on her?
Don't know. I didn't catch that part of it.
You didn't. I mean, you saw another individual,
Oh, there was someone else there.
but you couldn't make them out.
No idea who.
Well, we have two options here, friends.
Ah, do you think you can mind link with her and the spider?
I don't want to do that.
So that's a nope.
That sounds like a terrible idea.
What?
Sounds like a real good way to get trapped in a soul prison.
We can. Do we think we can just break it and she'll come out?
You have to dispel it.
I was gonna say I have dispel magic, so I can try to dispel the spider.
Do we have
And
remove
then-
curse? Or
I don't
decurse
think I
or
have
whatever.
You wow there.
I don't know. Listen, every game has some sort of an anti-curse.
Yeah.
I have it. I mean, I have the ability to do it, but I'm not sure. Or it's been more than one done, right?
It has, yes.
Okay. Or it can take 10 minutes and I can prep. Which gives me a short rest. It gives anybody a short rest in the span of 10 minutes.
Preparing
Log the log.
yourselves with druid is well, same for cleric. That's both those classes.
We thought we were fighting shit today. And
Yeah. That's what I prepared for.
we were investigating shit today.
Well, we still have those doors at the end of the room. We
Hey,
can.
where's the moose?
Your hammer still has that kind of pulse when you bring it towards the opposite side of the double doors, where there are another set.
So do
Similar
we
kind of look, iconography.
want to try to bring her out of this, or do we want to just destroy the spider? Or
Let's look in this next room and see.
Yeah.
Get more information. And then
Those
we can make a
are-
decision.
Really our choices are do we care? Or do we just keep going?
Well,
And
here's
leave her
one
here.
thought. If we just kind of don't care and leave her there, and then someone else eventually comes here and does let her out,
She's
she
gonna
might
be super
remember that.
pissed about it. But if
She
we
might
wake
be
her
here
up, we
this
might
whole
have to kill her. So
I mean, yeah, if we do help her, she does owe us.
I mean, we could destroy her body.
And doesn't, like, out of character, doesn't Ward want answers from her?
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
He does.
that's really almost the only reason that I think it makes sense. Get her out of the spider.
Let's go check the next room.
Who would seriously owe us one? Yeah.
Let's go check the next room, and then I say possible course of action is to remove the time stop. Try to talk to her. And we can remove it first.
I
If
thought-
needed.
I do not like undead, correct? It's undead. Like that. So I'm not really sure that I'm understanding what's happening, other than she's.
It's a little gray area for you, probably. You're like, nah, I don't like it.
The atrocity of like holding somebody in the image, kind of.
Mm-hmm.
So let's check the next room first and see what else is here before we make any other big decisions.
Rin will not go through the door that they're going through. She'll be at the back, but I want to keep an eye on this room while you guys check out the other room.
Tries to go pee.
Now that there might be another
gotta take a
entity in the area.
It's probably
Oil change.
Whoever did this to her really wanted her to suffer though. Like this doesn't feel like this feels personal.
Yeah.
Like
It's kind of weird that, like, if you want someone to suffer, then you, like, leave a way for them to get back, though, you know?
I
Like,
mean, is there anything worse than as being a powerful being and watching your body wither away
why you can't do
while
anything.
you're stuck
yeah.
forever?
That's pretty horrible, but I'm just saying, like, somebody to wander, well, not for anybody to wander in here. We almost died, what, 3 times on the
We
way down
did
here?
die, almost die, did die a lot.
I mean, they'll probably be significantly easier now that we've, yeah. But yeah, I guess the point is, somebody has on the body. For her to be brought back. Someone.
Well, okay, let's go look at the room. Like, well, I guess I'm just gonna like caught in thought. I'm just gonna kind of wander over. What's this? I'm just gonna open the door.
What's this? What's this?
It blows up in your face.
There's dead things in the air.
Literally.
All right. So, as you open the last set of doors, you find yourself within, or walking within, a massive and pristine bedroom. A black and gold
Giggity.
area rug fills a good portion of the middle of the room. A golden top fireplace sits along the western wall.
Check her nightstand.
Yeah, with a pair of bookshelves on each side. A canopy, oversized king bed with a black.
The moonstone.
Hang on. With black velvety sheets sits along the southern wall with a writer's desk next to it, both of which are made with the highest levels of craftsmanship. 3 wardrobes sit along the eastern wall, and the other bit of detail you notice is that on the rug in the center of the room, the curved lid to a chest resides. Finally, there is what appears to be kind of small closet area on the far right.
Just the lid to a chest, but not the actual chest.
Correct.
Okay. What is this? Is this the closet here?
Yes.
Okay.
To a closet door. You open up the door. You see that there is a chest with no lid, sitting on the floor. And looking inside, you see a stairwell that leads downward.
Inside the chest?
Are you guys? What's in there? Friends just in the library.
Oh, right.
Does the wall indicate inside the chest?
As you, hold it over the stairwell and lean it downward. That's
Chill the fuck out.
Does the lid look like it was like forcefully ripped off of the chest, or like,
Just casually tossed.
or was it like unbolted and like taken off into it, or was it just
Looking at the lid itself, you can see that the hinges are still attached to it, with bits of wood ripped off on the screws that are still attached to the hinges.
okay? Why did the soul ripped off? How big was it?
It'll be a tight fit for you, but you can make it. Kind of one of those things where like
Is there anything on the writing desk?
you want to.
Is there anything on the writing desk?
Yes, there is. So as you go to the writing desk,
Should we wake
make an
her up
investigation
before
check.
we go down?
Baby and undead, no.
No.
Oh, I would be, but what the fuck are these 2s tonight? A 9.
9.
9.
Jesus.
So you kind of flip through the papers. They look like they're notes of hers, but they're kind of scattered and kind of all over the place. Looks like she may have been in a rush, but you're not really finding anything of import.
Okay. It's like the 4th 2 I've gotten. I'm getting real tired of it.
I didn't know I felt last.
Yeah.
Session.
You were also being a caster barbarian, which was weird.
And I still had like a +7 to hit on me.
It's not what I would expect.
I was just trying not to get eaten by the damn wire.
Yeah, that's fair.
Job to
I was
do.
in the Medusias.
You have a job to
And-
do, but if you picked up a ring that might instantly kill you, no qualms.
Not glaringly obvious. Do we want to try to deal with Medusias before we go down? Do we want to check those doors to the outside?
Do you want to check anything else in the room before you go down? What's going on in there?
I don't know. I mean,
You asking me? I couldn't
Just
see.
everybody.
Hmm?
Okay, it's just going down. I just wanted to get it.
I basically absent-mindedly rifled through the writing desk without any purpose. So I will just leave that and then go. I don't know. You said it was just wardrobes otherwise?
Yeah, look like wardrobes that are off in the eastern wall.
Regardless of who it is, I don't really like the idea of somebody being essentially like suspended, watching their body with. My vote would be to try to do something about it first, but that's just
I mean, what is Ward's thoughts on all this?
A ward hasn't left the room with.
No, but I'm still saying, like, what has been your thoughts on this? What do you want to do?
So yeah, he still wants answers. And he kind of feels robbed that she's apparently dead here, but with everything that was uncovered, I'm assuming you guys were all talking about it out loud.
Yeah.
Um.
You know the possibility that we can try to
Right.
bring her out.
So yeah, that's where his focus would be to like through all of her like atrocities and her crimes, he doesn't want to like necessarily free her, but he would like to get her in a position where she's forced to answer some questions.
Yeah. I don't know what the best way to do this is. So
Right. So we're absolutely sure that's her soul trapped in that spider in the soul cage.
I'd say like 80% plus. If not,
5.63%.
there it is.
The only non-combat spell I prepared was sending, so I could do a sending to Medusias and see if she's able to answer. But I don't know.
That won't cost you a spell slot.
It will cost me.
Okay.
Do you kind of wonder about that?
The spider?
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah. I keep
Like,
looking at the
verbally out
body,
loud?
and I keep looking at the spider and trying to like reconstruct what happened in my head. And
You hear the voice again. I can help you with that if you give me some time.
okay, this time I reply within my own,
Hmm.
headspace.
I don't mean to pry again, but I want to help.
So yeah, I'll reply and think back and say that I don't know who you are, and since we've been here, we've come across nothing but enemies. But I am here for a reason and a purpose, and if you can help, I would accept it.
Okay. Well, I've been with you before this space, but I couldn't speak to you then. I think there was something keeping me at bay. Or at least not necessarily at bay, but not able to speak to you. If you focus on your monocle, I can provide a bit of assistance to you.
I forgot about the monocle again. Okay.
Damn eyeballs.
Yeah, when the voice says that, remember there's a monocle on my face. And I shudder the opposite eye, and I adjust the monocle and clicking it around my shutter, and yeah, I focus my arcane energies into it.
Do I notice?
You're there with him. And I'd say your attention's on him. Yes.
Mhm. What you doing, Ward? You see something?
What are they? Where are they?
Right. So I'll stop and I'll look at Rin, and I'll say, I believe we're getting aid from some unknown source. The answer may be through my eyepiece.
Oh. Are you talking to somebody right now?
Someone's talking to me.
Is it a voice you recognize?
No.
Did you ask them who they are?
No.
You should probably do that.
And it's only since you walked in here, or when did this start?
It started what?
Just
Like
before you
3
walked into the
rooms?
actual.
Yeah. Yeah, so when we were back. No, it started when we were in the tree room.
Mm-hmm.
Before that, even.
Yeah.
Actually, it was before that, even. When we walked out of that. Yep.
Oh yeah.
Well,
yeah.
when you went to bed.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
Right.
Yeah, so I'll like at first I thought it was just my imagination, or I was yeah,
So as you
but
kind of focus the monocle, you hear it. You hear a response. She's in there. If you take some time to focus on me, I can better attune you to some of the abilities I have.
okay. I'll respond with since we're going to be communicating, you have me at a disadvantage. What is your name?
Oh, I don't exactly have a name. Um, I was gifted to someone long ago, and you're my new caretaker. I've seen what you've done, and it's noble. I wish to help.
Okay. Medusias is in there?
I believe so. The spirit that resides within that construct, it looks much like that body.
Okay, just so to be clear, I don't necessarily want to free her. I would like to be able to just speak with her. And you say if I focus on you, um, you can use my energies to assist me with this?
Not exactly that. I can assist you in certain ways, but when it comes to getting her out of there, I would. He is, but I've never done this kind of thing before. I only assist those who use me.
And then I will, like, not talking to her. Ward will consciously attempt to use this person. So
Okay.
I'm assuming, like, out of character,
Hmm.
it's like activating any other magical item, like how you would do it if I needed to activate an effect on a ring to use telekinesis. I would concentrate on the ring, and then the effect would happen.
Right.
That's what I'm going to do to this eyepiece.
Okay.
That's
As you
logical.
do that, there's kind of a it's not a full connection. As you try to like reach out there, you hear again a voice. I can't do that until you really study exactly how I'm used. It'll take some time to do that.
What do you need from me in this moment?
I don't need anything from you other than an hour.
Okay.
So out of character, you have to tune to the item.
Yeah, I got caught up. um, then I will relay what information I have from this voice in my head to Daruk and Rin. Yeah, telling them that I need an hour, um, and then I believe my monocle will be able to assist us with either communicating or releasing Medusias, or possibly both.
Oh, the okay. That's a lot to take in. I wonder why I can talk to you now. I wonder if it has to do with breaking through those mental barriers you've had up.
Yeah, it's quite plausible.
Very unfriendly
Heart of stone and steel.
I mean, I guess that's good that it's been watching what you're doing and it thinks that you're noble. If it's telling the truth, that could be good. But I know magical items can also lie.
Yeah, especially the sentient type.
Yeah. I kind of feel bad if it's stuck in there, whatever it is.
Nothing a gummy bear would fix.
Yes. I honestly, Ward, it's your call. This is your journey. If you I understand wanting to get answers, so if we have to release her to do that, or you have to connect to this thing to so that you can talk to her to do that, I'm okay. I just would really like to know what's gonna happen so that, we can be prepared for it.
You hear the voice once again. It's not that I don't know how to get her out of there. I can only assist you in things you want to do.
Okay.
Mainly around perceiving things.
Okay. And then with that information, I'll tell Ren that we'll we'll see what happens when the time comes, but I need an hour quiet contemplation. And I will go over to one of the desks where the books are at, and I will take a seat and I will attune.
Okay. So, you will add the Monocle of Sonora to your inventory.
That's a cool name.
Yeah, honestly, probably if you search for Monocle, that's probably going to be enough. I don't think there are too many in the game.
Just spell spider.
Senora?
Her soul go back into her like doing
You know,
We'd have to remove the curse on her body, so she'd be like all decayed and shit.
Would removing the curse cause the body to be restored?
Theoretically, I would imagine she would probably have to cast
There's
some
a lot.
spells to restore her body, but maybe it would cease to continue to wither, at very least.
I guess, do you want me to take an hour to go and prepare the remove curse? Right?
Huh?
Do you want me to take time to prepare the remove curse just in case?
We're taking an hour anyway.
I don't want to put it on board decision, but whether or not it's worth waking her up is kind of up in word.
You went down the stairs?
I did.
I mean, I pull it.
Oh, for fuck's sake. What is going on in there?
There's a stairway inside of a chest, and his maul lit up, so apparently he's on a mission from God to go get ward.
Okay, so we're splitting the party then. That's what we're doing?
He's the only one going down there.
Okay.
Right?
Great.
Make friends, not
Alright.
food.
Let me know what I missed.
You just go stomping down?
Yeah, I went down.
Okay.
Hopefully, you don't make friends the same way Medusias does.
Whatever decayed
Make friends.
I'm just saying.
So, Trigger,
I mean,
as you've been walking down the stairwell, you see it eventually, it starts into kind of like a spiral staircase as you walk down a little bit. It starts to, curving. And after about 15, 20 feet of walking forward, and they're decently wide steps. Like they're enough for your Minotaur form to walk down on without any sort of real worry. The wall gives way, and you see darkness. You can hear like this vacuous, empty chamber. And the stairwell just leads downward, but you can't see a floor. It's just pitch black.
About my local mall.
That provides light, but even afterward, it's gone.
Are there any like rocks or anything nearby?
There. No, as you look, there, you don't see a floor. That's the thing. It's just darkness.
Oh,
You can see
like,
the
even with like the mall, I don't see the floor.
correct. Yeah. You see the stairs that lead downward. The stairs are in front of you. There's a pillar where the stairs are connected to it, but then it's just empty darkness. You
And
can
that's
hear
really
like,
at the
like
bottom
an
of the
echoing
stairs.
chamber.
I'm at the bottom of the stairs.
You're on the stairs.
I'm on the stairs. Okay, keep going until I reach the bottom.
Okay. As you continue walking, you have some good paces in front of you. As far as tell you what, make a survival check.
I'm in the dark now. 22.
Okay. So after what feels like somewhere in the realm of probably 80 feet that you walk downward, spiraling down, you finally actually do see the floor.
Okay.
And it's a stone floor, worked, so slabs and everything.
Mhm.
And you see just scatterings of gold, but it seems pretty empty.
I'm gonna tap you on the shoulder here and whisper, remember that time we thought there might be a dragon, and this is now a giant room that we're looking for treasure in?
Yeah, but how that dragon gonna fit down that staircase?
They can turn into
Gotcha.
humans.
You just do it. I was just about to.
They can human shape. Let's
Do we hear anything down here?
You hear like kind of just this like passage, like a wind in a huge expanse but closed chamber. Nothing else beyond that though.
is it wind or is it breathing?
Like a wind, like not,
Let's
not even like a wind. You know.
Are there any like small rocks or pebbles on the work?
You see some, yeah.
why don't we bring the whole group?
Yeah, you see just like gold pieces scattered about, but it's like a single piece in what's just on stone floor.
Oh, it's a piece of gold on a
Yeah.
stone floor.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's this is also in a whisper. Let's go up and bring the whole group. Because I'm not trying to 2v1 a dragon. I
Start
think
heading up, but I'm gonna cast light.
Okay.
it's
Piece of gold,
Okay.
and then just chuck it into the darkness.
Okay. Sure.
this is a me thing. This is what I would normally do.
Make it, I'm gonna say make a strength throw because you're going for distance, right? Not
I'm going
Did
for
you
strength.
sleep
Precision, yeah,
last
yeah.
night, or like this is you with a lot
She's
of energy? You're just squirrely today.
This isn't after I've been working a 10-hour day.
All right, fair. Yeah, you're like, I'm ready to party.
strength check. You're going for like I'm trying to get distance on this
Just
thing.
flat strength.
Yeah, yeah. Well, you know, strength plus aptitude.
Fun fact, I will leave
Yeah, yeah.
you.
Well, yeah, you know, this is like it's almost like a thrown weapon at that point. So sure, go for it.
You do know I can move 140 feet a turn, right?
I can move 80.
You gonna try
Fuck
to
it,
intercept?
Leroy
Okay.
a Jenkins.
I will leave your ass behind.
21 to chuck glowing coin.
Okay. So
No.
as you cast light on it, and then you just reach back and send it off into the darkness, you can see it pass through, and it provides illumination. You can see these like tiny gold piles along the way, but there's like for some of the things you had heard, going way short from that. You can see occasionally like an item too, but it's empty down here. And like the piles themselves are, I mean,
Ankle
maybe a
high.
few hundred gold pieces. Bet you hear just ding, it like kind of skips down. It hits stone, and
How far did he actually chuck it?
I'd say probably good like 120 feet.
He trick shot.
Yeah.
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 Did it give
Really?
any sense of how big the room was doing that?
As far as it went, there still was place to go. You can hear it echo.
I'm assuming no torches came to light when we came down here like the rest of the building.
Correct. Those were taken.
I wonder if dragon took its horde and cursed her while in human form and then left. Figured out your whole thing, Tone. The poker face is getting better.
Why wouldn't it just stay?
Maybe it wanted to move on and didn't. They had a falling out.
So you guys, you're discussing this topside now?
Yeah, we'll head back up.
Okay.
We're gonna need more help carrying that stuff down.
What about the moonstone? You forgot about it. You left it
No, we're gonna get
it's just right there. It's only a step away. You're just abandoning your god like that?
Oh, that's fine. He's gonna stay.
He's gonna stay down there now.
Yeah, you hear like Beard's voice in your head. You're like, you know what, motherfucker. And he's like,
You're like, you know what? No, I'm going back down.
tell you what, make an investigation check as you start to begin looking for wherever.
Are you actually going back down, or is this just?
It's up to you.
I guess I can just take like a look around. Just around.
Yeah, I was gonna say no balls. Do it, man. Come on.
You won't. You won't.
Live that moonstone while we're alive.
I like that when I want to do something dumb, everyone's like, "Don't do it." He
Right.
does, and it's like,
It's
"Go."
usually violent.
Well, yeah, because you bring the wrath.
Do I get any bonuses because of that?
No.
No.
Like, go stab another tree.
17.
17. You're kind of walking around. You kind of do a lap around a central pillar for this storage space. And you see some gold pieces and occasionally like what looks like just maybe some sort of carved gem, cut gem, sitting amongst the rock, or the stone floor. But yeah, nothing lighting up in particular. You did get kind of a pulse at one point and kind of make note of that. Okay, that's good to know. But yeah, you're not finding much though. So, you stay down there or head back up?
I guess I'll head back up.
Okay. So, as Storgiran and Rainier both return, see them walk out from what is this set of stairs in a closet built into a storage chest. So, as you return upward, there's a bit going on up here. I'm fine, thank you.
I just got one. Thank you.
So you both get back upstairs, and I think at this point you're probably still studying the model. Because it takes, an hour.
Bonk.
All right.
Mic check.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fine.
Yeah, I'm studying.
Okay. So
I imagine I grabbed one of the books and I took the monocle off. I set it down. I'm doing a sketch of it. That's how.
Okay. Sure.
This is a mono.
This is a monocle. It is my monocle. Or no, no.
You guys say what you saw down there?
Yeah, I mean, I was waiting for them to finish explaining what's going on. I mean, I was just gonna say, so pretty sure that's the
Best
entrance to
item
the
I have.
Dragon Lair,
Other than Tonks, of
but it
course.
kind of looks like it's been cleaned out. There's like little mini piles of gold.
Oh, was that like her Scrooge McDuck space?
Again, still though pretty empty. You would expect to be much more full than it is.
Right. Scrooge
Weird.
McDuck.
Yeah. She just takes baths in it.
So do we think that was
Full on schmog.
Do you think that
Don't
was
dive
the
into
dragon
Life
lair
is full
and,
of mysteries
she
here.
came here after, or do we think this was her space and the dragon found all the stuff down there?
Hard telling.
Maybe this dragon is aligned with a certain cult.
That would really suck.
Since they seem to be, everywhere. If you were needing to arm a cult with things, what better than a horn?
True.
Why?
What's it called again?
Why wouldn't? Yeah, if a dragon
many
just
times a
wanted
day?
a horde, wouldn't it just clear it out and then settle in? Like, why would it move it unless there's a better space for it somewhere else? But then, like, I don't know. How did it carry all of it out of here then?
Chris, how many times a day can you do psychometry?
It's not. It's just whenever I do a history check. It's not like an actual ability. It's just whenever I'm doing a history.
So you can
check.
have visions of the past and it's not an ability?
Well, it's a specific thing because it's where to go. Why aren't you there?
I'm in the other room.
Yep.
No. Oh, that's racial. I don't want racial. I want.
Features and traits.
Well, no, but it's specific. It's not racial ones. It's
Class features.
Class, yeah. Fighter, there it is. Because it's to recall information about the sinister or tragic history of an object or place. I just have advantage. That's all it means. I have advantage, and then if I either roll really, really well, or if he deems it worthy or whatever, then I might get like a vision of it.
Oh,
But it's
up
not.
to me.
gotcha.
But it's not like a ability that I'm using.
Yeah, it's
just-
not like some like divination magic
Yeah,
or something
right.
like that.
Although
Okay.
weirdly, I don't think there is any divination magic specifically over like a space. But I know Legend Lore has some overlap with that. I'm not sure exactly if it's what all it does, but Legend Lore has a lot of stuff that's similar.
So the more in-depth one is you gain a supernatural talent for discerning the secrets surrounding mysterious relics or places touched by evil.
Oh,
Just
wow,
like
I don't
this
like
place
that
was
one.
by-
Right. Kind of
Might qualify. It's a little lower
qualified.
than
Yeah.
that.
At the DM's discretion, a suitably high roll might cause your character to experience brief visions of the past connected to the object or location. So it's just kind of like a
But it's always like a moment in time kind of thing.
yeah. it's kind of like but it's just a thing that is part of me, kind of like it's specialized.
Gotcha.
It's a
That's
party
pretty
trick.
handy though.
And like for DM stuff, I'm like, ooh,
Yeah. I like open-ended things like that to where it's the discretion of the DM. It gives them an opportunity to like, yeah, you know what? We are gonna get a little history lesson here.
And I think it also gives more route, because I mean, you might have like a ability check score that you want, but then when you roll really fucking well, it's a way to reward that.
You sure?
It's almost like she's gonna get married.
You
or
want to
something.
raise this? What?
No, there's some cool event happening here.
Right.
No.
Oh, right. Roll initiative. Fair.
No, always.
Spider falls.
Yeah, right.
All right.
All right, you're taking too long. Fuck it.
I'm gonna take out a bow and shoot the crystal spider.
Right,
Please
right.
don't.
Sure.
What could
Like I
go
said,
wrong?
I almost shot it with a crossbow when we walked in and saw the corpse directly.
That would have been really interesting.
I was considering
I still am, even knowing everything. We want to get her out. All right. So
after
what is?
10,000 years,
All right,
I'm
so we've done
free.
the essentially short rest of
To take
you
over.
attuning to it, to the magical single
Yeah.
eye.
Yeah. So
So, once you
enough,
finish
enough
attunement,
time.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, if you took a short rest, then yeah.
Yeah. Enough
And it's
time.
now
it has
attuned.
passed.
So yeah, if you had something that you were attuned to and you need to drop that, then obviously totally fine.
Okay.
But if you had an open
I've been
slot,
wanting
then
them
easy
for, like,
peasy.
5 minutes.
Yeah, right.
No, I just want one.
Well, there's another for,
Find where I need to. We're gonna go to see how many infusions I'm allowed to have.
Well, the infusions or attunements.
Infusions are, well, basically they're the same.
You can infuse a certain number of items, and you don't necessarily have to attune to them.
Oh, I didn't think that's how that worked. I thought when you infused to an item, you were attuned to it. It takes up an attunement slot, doesn't it?
Nope. It's if I recall correctly, it's been a little while since I played Artificer, but your infusions are just the infusions that you have on those items. So the infusions last for as long as they're on there. But your attuned items, so like for example, you could infuse an item with like weapon of returning and then hand it off to somebody.
Oh,
But you do have a certain number of attunement slots. However, because you're an artificer, you also have more than your average player or average adventurer.
okay. I see the wording where I got confused. Yeah, it's you can attune yourself to the item the instant you infuse it.
Right.
Or you can forego attunement so that someone else can attune to the item. So I thought that you had to attune.
Gotcha.
Okay. So then where do I see my attunements at? Oh, so I'm attuned to too many things. Four. One of that. So well, it's just a normal shield, but I'm attuned to it because I'm infused to it. So that's not an attunement. I can drop that one.
I think you still have to be. Yeah, it just gives you a +1 to the AC. So that one, if you gave it to somebody. So while you guys work that out, what else is going on? You to use it, you still.
I thought that's what we were waiting on. Was
Oh.
that?
But yeah, if you want to
I-
your AC to 25, you can come on. The other one's these, give that other bonus as well. That one gives you +1, that one's safe.
Okay.
Do you want to investigate that open area over there?
There you go. They both do this window.
Actually, I can
What's up?
We wanted to check out the open area over here.
Ah, right. The last space. So, when you walk through those metal doors and open them up, you see a small stairwell that leads to a kind of raised platform. It's only a couple feet off the ground, but still is raised. That leads over to that giant metal construct that is the tower. And I'd say construct in the sense that it's a building, not
Right.
Construct is in, like the enemy type. Right.
About to.
Like the big transformer that's a building.
Right.
transforms
Yeah,
into a
yeah.
building.
Just walks over like, oh shit.
Megatropolis or whatever his name is.
So you see the metal tower, the one with the kind of arcane and well, both arcane and like kind of steam, not steam, like metallurgy implements at the top of it that you can only imagine likely was the source of some sort of great evil. What's that?
Can we open it?
The tower? There are metal doors that are at the base of it. Currently shut.
Can we go in?
Wait. Oh, are we going outside?
That you were looking at the tower up there. Well, he's attuning.
Sure.
I'll open the door. Yeah. Okay. As you go to open it, it's currently locked. Yeah.
I can try and sleight of hand to pickpocket it.
Okay.
You gonna pickpocket
Yep,
the
you know what I meant.
It's got pockets?
Run their pockets.
Fuck this.
2?
Yeah.
Dude,
So 7.
maybe put that one in the box?
They're the same fucking thing. I
Oh.
don't care anymore.
Would that one roll?
Oh, good. No, they're both 5s.
Oh, okay. So
Okay.
about this thing, it says I have 2 charges. What is
Does not
using the charge?
Okay.
Telekinesis? Or is it says I get all this passive?
How does
did I
it
get the
feel about-
benefits of all of this?
You wanted to attack it with the hammer, that's fine.
I'll see if I can knock it open.
Okay, sure. I'll make an attack roll.
Oh, man.
15 to hit?
15 does not hit, actually. So as you go to strike it, you hit it, but in fact, sure. Where's she going? 21 does hit.
21?
So go ahead and roll damage. No, siege monster is a trait that applied. I don't know if that applies to characters. Hope not.
I think there's one for characters.
Oh, that's nice.
16 bludgeoning and 5 force.
Okay. So as you hit it this time, striking true, slam against it. Force holding strong.
We can beat on it more, but I don't know how long it's going to take to knock it down.
Yeah. Maybe we ought to just wait for the rest of the group.
Okay.
So for those that are inside the building, you hear 2 very loud clangs from outside. They kind of echo backward.
We're being attacked.
Bomb show.
Leave him alone. 5 minutes.
Oh,
Trying to
okay.
break something
It's
else.
been 55 minutes is the
Yeah.
problem.
So I put the
I don't know
monocle
what
back
else you've been
on.
up to during
and,
this time.
Monocle back.
Hitting
I put the
doors.
monocle back on. I stand up from the desk and I turn around and I look up to the crystal spider. And yeah, I think to the monocle, "Are you ready?"
Ready to assist as best as I can.
Okay. Then I use the monocle's ability to cast telekinesis and I bring the spider down.
Okay. So carefully trying to lower it. It takes a bit of finagling, but you effectively realize. I mean, there's a mounting bracket that the spider's attached to, but with telekinesis,
Slip the ring.
double check that. Yes. You're able to kind of gently slip the ring, holding the object and then slowly lowering it. But even still, you can feel like there's a hefty amount of weight to this this construct. But the given the circumstances, the hand's able telekinesis is able to carry it down gently.
Okay.
You set it down.
Yeah.
On the floor.
On the purple carpet.
Okay.
Well, Not on top of
Well,
Medusia's
sure, right.
body.
Darkly
On top of her body.
Right. See? You see what you did? Look at it.
Mhm.
Yeah, I said it
Okay.
on the ground. Yeah. Yeah, we have to deal with the time stuff.
Does the spell magic matter what level you cast it at?
Does.
Yep.
It's like counterspell. It's a check if it's above, I think, third level.
I grabbed it too, but I'm only third. I can only do it at third.
I can do it higher. But I lose this whatever higher spell slot I cast it at.
Yeah.
I can go
Up
all
to
the way up to
7? Yeah, you can do it up to
7.
7.
hmm But I'm gonna save that 7th. I am the 6th. At the highest I would cast it is 5th. Probably more likely 4th.
Monograms.
I mean,
It's not what I was expecting.
knowing time stop
Because
is a ninth
the first
level
time
spell
you
is the check
mentioned
the
something
same,
about it was in the arena and I cast
above.
I think it's just
lightning
how
or
close you
something
are
with force
to the
damage and you said it's spark.
Yeah, like
Arcane Jolt.
if
that's
you
right.
if
And,
you cast it
I
at
was
a
like, oh, this
lower
thing's gonna be
level,
like
the
a
DC to
Cyclops
beat
laser.
is higher
You
to
make it
gap
to
the.
midnight, yeah.
Right.
Mhm. I mean, I could cast it at 6th level. What are your 7th level spells?
Mine, I've got Firestorm.
Would a dispel magic, the check for that, would that be considered an ability check?
That's
Yes.
Okay.
If you want, I can give you a boost to give you advantage on the checks. Because yours is wisdom and yours is.
And I had,
Because they're going to try to dispel it.
yeah, I was gonna say I have one last charge of
Yeah.
arcane or flash of genius, so I can give him a +3.
Well, yeah, I guess I can do both.
My big. I mean, all of my spells I can cast at a higher level. I don't really have a 7th level that I only use at 7th level.
Oh yeah, I mean I can upcast.
Yeah. My biggest one that I would ever cast at 7th level is the Psychic Lance. Or Tasha's mine, but I
So
don't
we should do
really
it.
summon the aberrations anymore. He wasn't very helpful last time.
Yeah.
Granted, I got mushy minded, so why he wasn't very helpful.
So for the next minute, the 4 of us will have advantage on ability checks for intelligence, wisdom, and charisma.
Okay.
Oh.
Are you sure?
Okay. So yeah, I will.
I'll sing you some bardic inspiration.
That's a D6.
It
D8?
is a D8.
I
And
will try to dispel magic on the spider.
Checking the time stop.
Well, if I target an object, it's any spell.
yeah, so it would be both the soul cage and the time stop. You can't pick one. It's both. They're coming off.
I could pick a single magical effect, but I don't know if I can.
Do you want me to remove curse on the body first?
It's different. Curse isn't a magical effect.
No, I'm
right,
saying,
but
do you
if
want
she goes
me
back
to...
in,
Oh, and then
we
she's
may not
dead.
want her in the withered body. Yeah, that might be a good idea.
Or do we?
Or do we
Because
want her
I
zombie?
mean,
Because we could very,
Possibly.
if she turns hostile, we could
Yeah, it's like
Quickly,
the
hopefully.
only reason why her body is dead is because her soul's not in it anymore. Like, would it essentially be talking to the mummy when it first wakes up?
Right.
Mhm.
I'll defer to you. Would you like me to remove the curse from the body first?
And the curse is what's keeping her mummified.
Yes.
Do we need to water the body after?
Just add water.
Throw some Miracle Bro on it.
Insta Medusias. No, leave the curse on. Yeah, leave the curse on, and then we'll remove the time stop and the just
Soul
remove the time
cage.
stop.
Mhm.
You can do one or the other, right? You said you could focus on one
I can
effect.
pick a magical effect, or I can pick object and any spell on the object. Assuming I succeed.
Is it a magical effect only on a creature?
One creature, object, or magical effect
Okay. Within range.
within range, and then any spell of third level or lower on the target ends. If it's higher level, then I have to meet a DC, and it's 10 plus the spell's level.
Tony,
So
do we
in your-
know if there's a
In
difference
your
between?
DM brain, that when it says any spell, does that mean any spell he chooses or any spell that is on it, like every spell?
I would say it's all,
So it's
but
just
a spell. So given how this works, any spell of third level or lower on the target ends. So any of those. For
okay.
each spell of fourth level or higher, which this would be, an ability check must be made using your spellcasting ability. So I'd say for each of those spells, a roll must be made.
So
It's
then you could get
one
one and then
casting of
fail
dispel
it.
magic, but
A
both
roll for time
checks.
stop and a roll for soul cage.
Correct.
Okay.
Okay.
Well,
Clarified.
if you don't get them both, then I'll take a stab at the other.
You have
That way
magical-
we're both even.
So, just to be clear, I'm kind of concerned about like releasing the soul cage and then the soul immediately trying to go back into the body that is currently mummified and, husk like. Is that going to be a painful experience or
Probably. I
Also,
can't
if
imagine it feels good to be in a mummified body.
you theoretically fail the save against the soul cage.
So you would rather her be a crystal spider construct
stuck in that? Yeah.
that can move and attack as a crystal spider construct.
Uh,
It's a construct. I
well, I
identified
think
it
the
as a
only
construct.
reason why it's not moving is because it's time,
Time
stopped.
stop.
I thought the body
Mm.
Oh yeah, if we end the time stop and remove for soul, does it just become an active spider construct that we're going to have to fight immediately, probably?
Right. Is she controlling it, or did like the vision that he have kind of dictate that this spider hit her with something, the soul cage spell, and then she mummified herself or was mummified in the process?
The way I
Understood it.
understood Tony's description, not Rainier's description. So player knowledge versus character knowledge. There was an entity that walked into the room. He was seeing from Medusias' perspective. She put her hands up. Some shadowed figure cast something on her. Her body started to wither, and then her soul was cast up into the spider. And then she was stuck looking down at her withering body.
Does that sound about right?
Matches with what Rainier's description was.
Okay. Don't want to get hung up on it too long, so yeah, just remove the time stop and the and the soul cage. And if she dies, she dies. Like, I mean,
We'll bring her back tomorrow to talk to.
right. With some of the diamond dust that we found in her monstrosity's belly.
Oh, we could do that too. I was saying he can raise, or he can
Oh,
speak to
speak
the
with
dead
it, yeah.
tomorrow.
Well, you have to have you do have a body with a mouth.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah?
Yeah, if she dies in her withered body, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
All right. I will attempt to dispel magic.
Can you differentiate which one's which?
Dispel magic is
so I
gone.
have advantage on wisdom
Right.
checks.
Right. So
So I
like,
was-
which rolls which?
Oh yeah, so I'll do the Soul Cage first.
Okay.
And then
And
So
then,
you're
what would you prefer the +3 on
What-
from my Flash of Genius?
what level are you casting at as well?
I don't think I actually, unless my spell level is higher than the spell level reading the description, I don't think it matters.
Okay.
Because they're both, well, I don't know what level Soul Cage is. I know Time Stop is. Christian knows. I don't know. Who knows
Probably not.
that.
But Daruk probably makes
Sorry.
the assumption this is pretty high level magic.
Yeah, I'll just do
Pretty
it. at seven.
advanced.
Yeah, I'll do it
Yeah.
at 7.
Right. I'm only in 101. I haven't made it to 102 yet.
Yeah, I'll
So-
do it at 7 level.
Okay.
Time Stop first. I have advantage. I also have Bardic Inspiration.
Time stop first? I was just making sure because
that
you
what it
said
is?
Soul Cage first time.
Soul Cage first. Sorry.
Okay,
I did
no
say-
worries.
I did
Yep.
say that. Yeah, so Soul Cage first. Plus, so 23.
Okay.
First one.
And then time stop.
I think that's high. Time stop. That's a natural 20. So 20.
Okay. Yeah.
Nice. Nicely done.
Mm-hmm.
So, as both spells are ended, you see the construct come to life, start walking around, like climbs up into a corner before you see it just like start to look at everyone.
Wait, we're trying to help Medusias.
Okay.
And like trying to help her.
Okay. And that is actually probably what we're gonna call it then. Because we're at 4, and
Yeah.
I want to stick around too late.
Cliffhanger.
But what else happened is a bit of a mystery.
Thank
Granted,
goodness.
there will be things that happen, but we'll pick that up in I know, in probably a couple weeks. Because next week is Halloween night on Tuesday, so we'll all be busy trick or treating naturally.
Yeah.
Ourselves, possibly with children. We'll see about that part. But I want some candy.
Are you giving out candy?
I'm giving out candy.
Because Silas has got to see your Beetlejuice
Yeah,
sandworm because
for
he's
sure.
got a Beetlejuice sandworm costume that we
Yep.
made him.
Which I'll have a few more things. I just am holding off until closer to the night of because I'm like, I don't want to get rained on and all that. Anyway.
Bless him.
But yeah, so we'll be off next week for Halloween. And the week after that, there might be a little bit of a ceremony or something involved. I think we might be participating in. So
Right. Like, I
Might,
heard
might not
something
be
was going
available that
down.
next Tuesday.
Yeah.
Following since a couple people are getting married. So yeah.
Some minor life events.
Right,
Sure.
right.
Yeah. So
No
we
big
won't
deal.
we won't be here
Thank
on
you
the
for
7th.
forcing us to be part of your life.
Right.
Sorry, we're inviting you to just a big party with booze and food.
Yeah.
We're family now.
Yeah. We won't be here on the 7th.
Right. So then the 14th, I think you guys might be. You should
Yes,
be back.
we should be
Okay,
back.
cool. Okay.
Wait, when you guys are going?
All right. So
Next year.
Oh, okay.
We're taking like a mini one the week after.
right.
Okay.
It's a mini moon.
So we'll be back again
Maybe.
on November 14th then to pick up with this cliffhanger of a moment to see exactly what and where Medusias' soul may be at and doing, given both the spells definitely passed. So,
Like, if that's Medusias in there, I'm just. Where's the money, Lebowski? I know you're good for it.
so we'll be
Say
back.
my name, bitch.
Yeah, we'll be back then to finish the cliffhanger, and until then, everyone have a safe Halloween and
Yes.
just a good time in general. So, have a good
Good
night
stuff.
or good day, whatever.
Bye.
Good night, mate.
Yeah, I know. So used to saying night. Yes. Yes. Afternoon, evening. Good night.